following is a production of the Averett Sports Network. The following.
And now introducing your Averett University Cougars.
And welcome to the campus of Averett University today. I'm Joseph Swanson. I'll be your host today, joined today by Chris Richmond. We'll bring you today's baseball action here from Owen Fulton Field as the Averett University Cougars take on the Mary Baldwin University Fighting Squirrels. Welcome today, Chris. First baseball action of the season for you today. So I want to welcome you to the press box today.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Happy to be here.
So we'll go over starting lineups today. I'll tell you who's starting for Mary Baldwin, and then we'll let Chris go down the list and let you know who's going to start for the Cougars. So leading on today for the Fighting Squirrels will be the third baseman, number 27, Michael Robertson. He'll be followed up in the two-hole by the left fielder, number 4, Jacob King. Batting third, the right fielder, number 5, Tucker Hensley. In the fourth spot, the designated hitter, number 6, Dylan Rankin. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 21, Jared Mayhew. Batting sixth and playing center field will be number 12, Kobe Cheatham. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 30, Mac McClintock. And batting eighth and playing shortstop will be number 13, Michael Barber. In the nine holes, the second baseman, number 1, Noah Kessler. And then on the mound today for Mary Baldwin will be number 10, Kyle Measel. Mary Baldwin under the direction of head coach Scott Hearn. He's assisted by Kieran Koch. Mary Baldwin in their second year as a program. First year in the USA South. Last year they competed as a club team. Come into today 0-9 on the year, 0-7 in the USA South. So still in search of their first win. And switching over here to the Cougars, they come in at 5-7, 3-6 in the USA South. And Chris, take it away. We'll hear about the starting lineup today for the Cougars.
Leading off for you, a center fielder, number 9, Nolan McCabe. Batting second, number 23 in right field, you got Zeljan Jackson. Batting third, a second baseman, number 2, Brandon Hatcher. Batting fourth, your DH, number 18, Ryan Schreider. Batting fifth is a left fielder, number 30, Logan Albertson. Batting sixth today, your catcher, number 27, Kyle Wilson. Batting seventh, a third baseman, number 1, Brant Brophy. Batting eighth today, 28, first baseman, Tanner Bradshaw. Batting ninth, a shortstop, number 5, Ryan Traylor. And pitching today for the Cougars is going to be number 38, Avery Spicer.
And Averett under the direction of head coach Kenny Fleming. He's assisted by Billy McLaughlin and Dominic Lopez. As you heard, Spicer will get the start today for the Cougars. Comes in on the year 2-3, lost last weekend at Shenandoah to fall below 500. He'll be making his 11th appearance, 3.71 earned run average, and 43 and 2/3 innings pitched. Does have 36 strikeouts, holding a bonus to just above a 250 average. So he's come from a 7th, 8th, 9th inning guy through his first 2 years in the bullpen, emerged into the starting role this year, and has been Coach Fleming's go-to guy on Fridays, if you want to call it game one starter. But he's pitched well. So we'll look for him to show up and show out today. Typically, Spicer, not a guy that's going to light up the radar gun, but a guy that really nips the strike zone, pitches effectively, changes speeds, mostly a fastball slider pitcher. I have to check my stats here, but I believe Spicer, has only walked 10 guys in 43 and 2/3 innings. And has hit another 4, so not typically a guy that struggles with control. Did pick up a few more walks at Shenandoah. So probably might have had to guess that maybe it was a little tighter strike zone. But either way, Spicer, it's a guy that's going to make you put the ball in play. He's going to beat you. Did pick up his 50th strikeout the other day against Pfeiffer in his career. So another guy that's not going to really rack up a ton of strikeouts, but I mean 36 Ks in 43 and 2/3 innings is still a pretty good number. So,
and as you mentioned, Avery Spicer, a guy who doesn't really miss the zone a lot, but he has a real tricky delivery with that kind of submarine sidearm kind of look. So it's crazy to see him get a lot of strikes and hit that strike zone so effectively with that funky delivery.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, definitely tough for righties to pick up righty on righty, but long arm, 6'4" frame, so he kind of starts towards the third base side, split more of like a Randy Johnson sidearm versus like a Chad Bradford submarine. He's somewhere in the middle of that. Not really a true submarine pitcher, but definitely a little bit below true sidearm. So, as I mentioned, not a guy that's going to light up the strike zone, but excellent movement. A lot of his fastballs throws a 4-seam, 2-seam movement, so it will move around the plate today. Does throw a slider. Look for him early to probably stick outside of the plate. He likes to pitch away rather than come in. They'll work away, but excellent catcher behind the plate. And Kyle Wilson, he's emerged into, in my mind, partially biased. I mean, we do work here for Averett, but arguably turning into one of the more better defensive catchers in the conference. Very solid behind the plate. Gets a lot of strikes for his pitchers. And then another guy that I've talked a lot about on previous broadcasts is the leadoff hitter in Nolan McCabe. Guy that, though he comes into the day, hit 254, he connected on probably 7 or 8 balls at Shenandoah against a nationally ranked number 18 team that could have easily gone down for 4 or 5 hits. So that average could be nipping 300 right now, but a guy that's really starting to make contact, came alive against Pfeiffer last 2 weekends ago, got going against Roanoke again, but he's also another guy that's emerged into an elite center fielder. I mean, excellent speed, leadoff guy, gets on 5 for 5 stolen bases on the year, but he's a threat whenever he's on the base pass to score. And when you see a guy as a pitcher, I mean, previously playing college baseball, having a center fielder like that when the ball comes off the bat, you can pretty much guarantee anything hit the center fielder is going to be an out. So definitely something for your coach Fleming that you like having out there in the outfield with even Jackson out there on right. The Cougars do run very well as an outfield.
And as you mentioned, just talk about his ability to move out of center field, you've got to think that helps your confidence in your pitcher as well, knowing that you have guys in the outfield and a guy behind the plate that can defend you and help you. If you may not be pitching a lot of strikeouts, but you might be pitching a lot of strikes, getting the opponent to swing on the ball a lot more. And you got to be confident in a center fielder with the speed that he has. Like you mentioned, 5 for 5 and stolen bases. That's impressive. And just being able to read the ball as well as he can and make a move on the ball as soon as the ball comes off the bat is just remarkable. And I don't want to say anything too early, but I feel like that's a good guy for an all-conference pick here in the future.
I would agree. And then shifting over here to the Fighting Squirrels, on the mound today, as I mentioned, will be the junior right-hander out of Richmond, Virginia, number 10, Kyle Mizell. He comes in 0-2 on the year, 22.30 ERA and 7 2/3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, opponents hitting .319. So, still looking for him to get going on the year if you're Coach Hearn, but good chance for him to come in today. Weather 66, 67 right now, getting close to game time as you can see the field finishing up here in our background. And then you've got King and Mayhew in the lineup for Mary Baldwin, both hitting over 300. King hitting at an even 300, where Mayhew comes in leading the team with a 375 batting average. So Fighting Squirrels do have 2 guys in the middle of their order that are hitting over 300. So you do want to see that. We'll see how Spicer elects to pitch to the 2-hole hitter and 5-hole hitter in those 2 batters, respectively. But as you can see, we're finishing up pre-game field activities here. Umpires are just showing up, so coaches will meet. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have first pitch action here as Mary Baldwin comes in for a 3-game series. First game today, 2 games on Sunday in USA South action. They take on your Cougars beginning at first pitch, 4 o'clock. So Chris and I are going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have first pitch here from Owen Fulton Field.
team representative.
And welcome back to Owen Fulton Field as Avery Spicer starts his warm-up tosses today.
Also, possession or consumption.
Moments away here from first pitch in the 3-game series against the Mary Baldwin University Fighting Squirrels. Around the horn today for the Cougars, it will be Bram Brophy at first base, or at third base. Ryan Traylor at short. Brandon Hatcher at second. Tanner Bradshaw at first. Behind the plate will be Kyle Wilson. In left field will be Logan Albertson. McCabe in center. And Zeljan Jackson in right. And as I mentioned, Spicer on the mound. Scheider will get the start as designated hitter, as Chris mentioned in the pregame. So Spicer completes his warm-up tosses here in just a minute. Your umpires for today's game. Behind home plate will be James Love, and William Benson will be on the base paths. So Michael Robertson will lead things off here for the Fighting Squirrels. Freshman out of Fairfield, Virginia. 5'9", 175 pounds. Steps in hitting .259 on the year. 7 hits and 27 plate appearances. Has walked twice, been hit twice. So he'll lead things off here. He'll face Spicer for the first batter of the game. As I mentioned, I'll be your host, Joseph Swanson, joined today by Chris Richmond. We'll bring you today's broadcast here. So Spicer has completed his warm-ups, and he'll face Robertson here to lead things off. Flag draped around the center field flagpole, so wind blowing strong here today as first pitch runs off the outside corner. So Chris, if you're Mary Baldwin here in the top of the first inning, what are you trying to do?
I'm going to try to get the bats swinging early. I'm going to try to get some of my lead guys on base so I can get, once I get closer to the middle, like you mentioned, like talking about like Jared Mayhew or Jacob King, once you get to those guys, get them swinging and able to get a couple runs here early.
King waits on deck for the Fighting Squirrels. Spicer's 1-1 delivery popped up out into right center. Jackson will range over though and squeeze that for the first out. So that will go as an F9 put out in the book to retire Robertson. So that will bring up King, as you mentioned. Steps in hitting an even 300 on the year. Sophomore out of Stanton, Virginia. Local kid. 6 foot, 170 pounds. Right-hander here. He'll face Spicer for the second batter of the inning. And then, of course, if you're Spicer, trying to retire the side in order here. Give way to your offense. Hopefully you can put up some early runs. Do your job as a starter. First pitch taken for a called strike. So already off to a good start. 4 pitches, 1 out. Finds himself ahead in the count here, 1-0. Or 0-1, excuse me.
In the games I watched with Spicer, he starts the game out extremely well, getting them to swing at pitches and get early outs here quickly. So,
as this is going to be hit out into left field. Camped under, though, is Albertson for the second out. Pretty much a routine fly ball there. So 2 quick outs here for Spicer to start things off.
That's good for Spicer right there. Don't have to throw many pitches to get a quick 2 outs here in the first inning. So,
if you're Spicer, you want to try to keep the pitch count low in this one. So see if you can pitch deep into it. So that will bring up Tucker Hensley now, sophomore out of Orange, Virginia, 5'11", 195 pounds. Left-handed hitter. He'll face Spicer here. So lefty on righty matchup. A little more in probably favor here of the 3-hole hitter in Hensley. First pitch taken for a called strike. Hensley, 4 hits and 25 plate appearances on the year. So trying to get his bat going midway through the year. Spicer just missed the outside there, as we talked about in the pregame. Him and Wilson work well together. They try to stick away from hitters trying to nip the outside corner, as we saw there. Will work in, though, but primarily guy that will probably stick away from a lefty, though, as Wilson sets up inside. So I have to guess it's probably going to be a fastball, which it is, but it misses outside. So 2-0 here to the 3-hole hitter in Hensley.
So far, it seems like he's just trying to get him to chase to get, a pitch that he doesn't necessarily want, but he feels like he has to swing at. So
2 on offering on the way here from Spicer. Looked like a fastball nipped the outside corner, taken for a called strike there. Count even now at 2-2. So we'll see if Spicer goes at Hensley here or elects to maybe try to get it to Chase. But I'm guessing with a 2-2 count, Spicer's going directly at the lefty. Which he does. Grounded over to first. Good stop there by Bradshaw. Nearly ate him up, but he'll step on first for the final out. So that will end things here for the Fighting Squirrels in the top of the first. Spicer gets him in order. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. McCabe, Jackson, and Hatcher due up for the Cougars when we return. Welcome back. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Mizell completes his warm-up tosses here. And as I mentioned, steps in 0-2 on the year, making his 5th appearance, 2nd start. 7 2/3 innings pitched, so he steps in here looking to get his season back on track. He roughed up a little bit early in the year, so looking to turn things around here today against the Cougars. Throw down here from Mayu. We'll bring up the leadoff hitter here for Averett and Nolan McCabe. McCabe steps in here. Batting .254 on the year, leads the team with 7 doubles, 5 for 5 on stolen bases. Moved up into the leadoff role against Pfeiffer, has stayed there since then. Primarily was hitting leadoff at the beginning of the year, moved down into the 9-hole when Traylor began to start in the leadoff spot, but against Pfeiffer, McCabe got going, and Coach Fleming elected to keep him up there as he is a spark plug at the top of the lineup. Threat if he can reach, as we saw against Pfeiffer, reached on a single to start things off, stole 2nd and 3rd, and came around to score. First pitch here is going to end up in the dirt, though.
And this is a guy also that, even if it's a ground ball in the infield, you still have to field it cleanly and get a good throw over to, think about throwing him out. He has the ability to run those type of plays out, so
I would agree with you as that one misses low as well. So walk is, as they say in baseball, walk is good of a hit in this situation if you're McCabe, trying to do a job out of the leadoff spot here for Coach Fleming. As if I mentioned earlier, if he can reach, he can run. So that one's going to be taken for a call strike. Count now 2-1.
I think that's one of the most important pieces in baseball is get that leadoff hitter on base early. So
I know if you talk to Coach Fleming, he wants to score at least a run an inning, as this one's going to be fouled back and out of play. Count even here 2-2. And the secret to doing that is to get the leadoff runner on each inning. So McCabe will step back in here. 2-2 offering on its way. Chopper hit back up the middle. That's going to get down for a single. So McCabe will lead things off here with a leadoff hit. He'll round first. Fakes like he's heading to second, but comes back. So that will bring up Zeljan Jackson now.
Now at right field number 23, Zeljan Jackson.
Jackson steps in with a .244 average on the year, 19 hits. I have to guess probably in this situation, McCabe is probably going to run on the first or second pitch, trying to put pressure on the Fighting Squirrels early in this one. Cougars want to score early and hopefully often. So I have to guess Jackson may have a take sign on here as McCabe may be off on first pitch. Decent side lead there, leaning towards second. Secondary lead, though, shows he's not running as that one misses up and away. Cougars have started running a lot more lately. As I mentioned, against Pfeiffer, got started stolen bases. McCabe 5 for 5 on the year. Hatcher waits in the on-deck circle. He's got 5 stolen bases as well, and Scheider has 5 stolen bases on the year as well. So 3 Cougars with 5 stolen bases. The pickoff attempt not going to be in time, though, to get McCabe there.
Looks like right there he's just trying to keep him honest. He knows the speed that he has in that leadoff hitter on first base, so just trying to keep him honest. But
takes off, low throw. Is not going to be in time as McCabe will slide in ahead of the tack there. Not a whole lot Mayhew could have done with that one as he had to pick it out of the dirt. So 2-0 offering here as McCabe was able to move up second on the stolen base. So I've had to guess Jackson will be swinging away here 2-0 with McCabe now in scoring position. And as we mentioned, McCabe's done his job, reached on a single, stole second. So that's what you want to see out of your leadoff hitter. Puts the pressure on Mary Baldwin here early in this one. He takes off for third. Almost standing up, stolen base there. Throwdown was a close one, but McCabe stole that one off the pitcher. As it looked like that one missed off the plate. They are going to call it a called strike. So 2 on offering here to Jackson on his way. McCabe with back-to-back stolen bases. So McCabe will dance down third. Pitch misses in the dirt. 3-1 now here to Jackson. So Jackson in a hitter's count. This is the situation you want to be if you're the 2-hole hitter. 3-1 count. I have to guess Measle is going to have to throw a fastball in this situation. And he does. It's going to be swung on, hit over to first base, fielded by McClintock. Bobbles it though. And Jackson will score. Jackson will reach first, scoring McCabe for the first run of the day. So that will go down as a fielding error on the first baseman.
Number 2, Brandon Hatcher.
Allowing McCabe to score. So it will go down as an RBI. McCabe's run will be earned, as he would have come home no matter what on the play. So that brings up Hatcher now. Leads the team with a .269 average, 21 hits on the year, 11 RBIs. Second on the team, trailing only Bradshaw with 12. First pitch, a breaking ball taken for a called strike. So good job there by Measle to get ahead here to the 3-hole hitter in Hatcher. Jackson, another one of those guys, as we talked about in the pregame, right fielder, does run well as well. Deceiving speed, so don't be surprised if he takes off in this situation as well, as he does. Throw down here from Mayhew is not going to be in time, though, as Jackson slides in ahead of that one. So 3 stolen bases to start this one, and I believe that one missed down in the zone, so count even here at 1-1. So Coach Fleming wasting no time, keeping the runners in motion here, trying to put the pressure on the Fighting Squirrels.
3 total stolen bases so far in the bottom of the first inning, so applying pressure early.
Looks like it was a strike as Hatcher swings on this one, fouls it back, and that's going to get just out of play though. So Hatcher steps back in here, 0-2 count. See if the junior chokes up, trying to put this one in play. I have to guess a single in the gap is going to score Jackson. Wind blowing straight out to left field, as you can see the flag in the background. 0-2 offering on its way here. Misses up in the zone, looked like a fastball there. So 1-2 offering on its way here to Hatcher. Junior out of Prince George, Virginia. As Measle steps off, looks Jackson back to second. I have to guess in this situation, though, Jackson's probably not going to take off with 2 strikes on Hatcher. Trying not to get doubled up here. 1-2 in the dirt. Gets away from Mayhew, as Jackson will move up to third base on the wild pitch.
And right there, that's not what you want to do. You know, being a pitcher in a situation where you've already had a guy steal 3 times, you don't want to give him any extra bases along to that. So
I would agree with you there, especially in a 1-2 count. Jackson's probably going to be stationary waiting for the contact with no outs here in the inning, but now he stands 90 feet closer as Hatcher grounds out to second base. That's going to get under the glove, though, of Kessler, as Hatcher will reach on the fielding error by the second baseman, as that allows Jackson to score for the second run today.
It's kind of deja vu right there. Back-to-back hitters, with runners and on third base in scoring position, and just backside hitting what should be a routine play right there turned into 2 errors.
But yeah, like you were talking about there, Chris, not the situation you probably want if you're the Fighting Squirrels, allowing a guy to move up closer in scoring position. But Hatcher did a job out of the 3 spot for the Cougars, and he stands at first base now, following the fielding error on the second baseman that plated Jackson. So it goes down as an RBI for Hatcher, but an unearned run for Measle as Jackson reached on the fielding error that scored McCabe. So that will bring up the 4-hole hitter now, and Ryan Scheider. Scheider steps in, 241 on the year, 13 hits, as I mentioned, 5 stolen bases. 5 of 6 for stolen bases on the year, 4 RBIs. Does have 2 doubles. As he's seen his bat get going as of late, was below 200 going into the Pfeiffer series a few weeks ago. But since then, he's been connecting on a lot of pitches. As the runner takes off, that's going to be hit down the third baseline. It's going to get past Robertson. King will range over and pull it in, though. But Scheider's going to reach on the double. Hatcher will move up to third. Cougars are going to have runners on second and third here with nobody out. So Scheider wasted no time there, connecting on the first pitch for his third double on the year. Hatcher stands 90 feet away here from putting the Cougars up 3-0.
And if you're Albertson right here, this is a position you want to be in. You have 2 runners essentially in scoring position with no outs, first pitch ball. So
second pitch misses as well. So 2-0 here to Albertson. He can be patient now and take a pitch. Steps in hitting 246 on the year, 15 hits. Was leading the team for a while in batting average. As he rips this one out into the right center field gap. That's going to drop in the gap, though, in front of Cheatham. Hatcher will score. And Scheider will hold up, though, at third base on the RBI single from Albertson. So Averett's going to take a 3-0 lead here.
Now comes the play for the Cougars, the catcher.
So that brings up the catcher now, number 27, Kyle Wilson, 222 average on the year, 14 hits. See if we can get his bat going on the day. Does have a little bit of pop, though. He is a threat potentially to record his first collegiate home run on the year potentially this weekend. Steps in 4 doubles. So 4 of his 14 hits have gone for extra bases. Pickoff attempt, though, is not going to be in time as Albertson dives back ahead of the tag. Look close from our vantage point up here.
And if you're pitching right here with runners on first and third, you got to keep that first runner on first honest.
Try to keep the double play in effect here. First pitch going to be taken for a called strike. Your Coach Fleming here wouldn't be surprised to potentially see Albertson in motion trying to take the double play off. Six-hole hitter in Wilson at the plate. Pickoff attempt again is not going to be in time. Brant Brophy waits on deck. Those of you who followed us this year, Brophy was the hero in the Pfeiffer game. Freshman stepped up, bottom of the 9th inning, bases loaded, and picked up the walk-off single. He's been starting since. Throwdown's not going to be in time, though. He's going to get away into center field, but Scheider will move up the score on the play. So Averett's going to take a 4-0 lead on the throw-in error there. So that will go down as a stolen base for Albertson. Shiner advances home on the play for the 4th run. With Wilson stepping in here. Count 1-1. Connects on this one. Hit deep out into left field. King ranges over out of his reach. Bounces off the fence at the bottom. Wilson will move up into second. Albertson will score easily on the play. Averett takes a 5-0 lead here.
Is there one out? Oh, okay. I was confused. Now batting third baseman number 1, Brent Brophy.
So that will bring up Brent Brophy, as we mentioned. 304 average on the year, 7 hits. Hero in the Pfeiffer game. He'll step in now, getting the start today at third base. As he swings on the first pitch, hit out into left field, drops in front of King. Wilson will round third. Throw in is not going to be in time, though, to get Wilson, as Brophy's going to get caught in a rundown now. And he'll go back to first. Shuffle's is going to be in time as they get Brophy for the first out in the inning. Now I have to check that one, but it looked like a 7-5-4-3 putout. They retire Brophy. So that will bring up Tanner Bradshaw now. Bradshaw, 233 on the year.
And the first baseman, Tanner
Leads the team with 12 RBIs. Does have 2 home runs, including a grand slam at Methodist. So excellent pop here. We'll see if he can connect on one, as Averett was able to take a 6-0 lead on the RBI by Brophy. First pitch taken for a called strike there. So Bradshaw down 0-1. Count even now 1-1. It's in the senior out of Goochland, Virginia.
And in this situation, 1 out, no runners on. You're just trying to get on base right here and try to keep up what you're doing so far in this inning.
As the throw is going to be in time to get Bradshaw. Hit off the glove of Kessler as it was crushed by Bradshaw. Go down as a 4-3 putout. Got to applaud the effort there of Noah Kessler as he stuck with the play, made a strong throw over to get Bradshaw for the second out. So that brings us now to the 9-hole hitter here, shortstop Ryan Traylor. Traylor steps in 250 on the year, 14 hits. He'll bat now with 2 outs here in the inning.
And that was a good play right there by the second baseman. Glove got knocked off, but still able to stay with it and get kind of like a funky throw to first to be able to throw him out still. So
Kessler, a sophomore out of Sanford, North Carolina. Played nearly ate him up, but stuck with it for the second out. Cougars looking to bat around here in the inning with McCabe on deck. Traylor swings through the second pitch. Count even now at 1-1. Measles 1-1 offering, swung on by Traylor, hit out into center field. Cheatham will range in, he'll dive, but that's going to get down for a 2-out single off the bat of Traylor. Good effort there by the center fielder in Colby Cheatham, but just out of his reach there, as that will bring up the leadoff hitter now, Nolan McCabe. McCabe singled back to open the inning. Later came around to score the first run of the day. So he steps in now, looking to start his day 2 for 2 here.
And as the Cougars batted all the way through the lineup in the first inning, a fantastic start, able to get the bat swinging here.
A reminder, 2 outs here in the inning. Averett 6 hits, six runs on 6 hits. So Wilson with the double, as well as Scheider. So 2 doubles in the inning. Pickoff attempts send Traylor back diving, but he's back in plenty of time. As we've mentioned in previous broadcasts, Owen Field deep field, 335 down the lines, 380s to the gaps. As McCabe swings through the first pitch for a strike, and probably 400 to 410 to deep center. So not an easy ballpark to hit a home run out of, as I've only seen 2 home runs in my career here at Averett. One this year was Bradshaw. As this is going to be fouled back and out of play. Trailer had taken off on the swing with 2 outs. So McCabe down 0-2 here to Measle. As we were just talking about Bradshaw, he homered back in the game against Ferrum. Averett was able to walk that one off as well. So Chase McKinney is probably the only other one that I remember home run opening day 3 years ago against Washington and Lee. He took the second pitch of the game over the left field fence. 0-2 swung on by McCabe, hit out into left field. The King will range over. Nearly ate him up, but he'll squeeze that for the 3rd out. Averett's going to take a 6-0 lead. We head to the top of the 2nd inning when we return.
On 2 errors.
So Spicer will return now for his 2nd inning of work. He was able to retire the Fighting Squirrels in order to begin things in the 1st inning. As Dylan Rankin will lead things off here. Getting the start at designated hitter. He'll hit the 4 spot, steps in, hitting 200 on the year. Does have a home run though. Leads the team with 6 RBIs. So he'll face Spicer here for the first time. Here's Spicer. Offense put up 6 runs in the bottom of the 1st inning. He'd love to retire Mary Baldwin in order, as the first pitch is going to be swung on by Rankin. That's going to get past Brophy. Rankin will round second. That gets away from Albertson down the line. Looked like it took a tough off, as he'll jog all the way in with a leadoff triple here to begin things in the top of the 2nd inning.
And it almost looked like, I don't know if you could see it in the stream, but it almost looked like it took a bad bounce off the fence down there. I believe that's Albertson back there. He was trying to make a play on the ball off the fence, and it kind of went a little bit more right than he thought. That kind of allowed more time for that triple. So an excellent way to lead off the inning right here off of that last inning.
So that brings up the catcher now, number 21, Jared Mayhew. Leads the team with a 375 average on the year. RBI spot here for the Fighting Squirrels. First pitch misses off the outside corner. Good pitch there, though, from Spicer. Nearly nipped the outside corner. But Mayhew, a freshman out of Huddleston, Virginia, 5'11", 210 pounds. Starting today behind the plate. He bats here, trying to drive in Rankin for the first run. Looked like a breaking pitch there from Spicer. Had Mayhew way out in front on that one, as he swung through that to even the count at 1-1. See how Spicer pitches out of this situation. Not easy to do. Runner on 3rd, no outs in the inning. As that's going to be swung through and missed as well. Probably need to get Mayhew here via the strikeout to give yourself a chance, if not a pop-up. But you have to assume anything hit to the outfield's probably going to score a run, as well as anything in the infield. Wilson sets up outside. That's hit out to short, or out to second base. Hatcher will field it. He'll fire onto first. But Rankin will score, making it now 6-1 on the RBI ground out there from Mayhew. So Mayhew does his job out of the 6 hole, or out of the 5 hole, excuse me. As that brings up the catcher now, number 12, Kobe Cheatham.
Now batting in center field, number 12, Kobe Cheatham.
And like you mentioned before, really right there, all you're trying to do is put the ball in play, whether it's sack fly or infield ground ball or, best case scenario, a little blooper in between the outfielders right there to score that run. And he essentially did the job right there.
So Mary Baldwin's on the board now. Averett still leads 6-1 here in the top of the second inning, with Cheatham batting no outs here one out here in the inning. Spicer's 0-1 offering misses low, trying to get Cheatham to chase there. The sophomore elects to hold up. One delivery here from Spicer. Looked like a breaking ball, swung and missed. Following Cheatham, McClintock with a second waits on deck. Spicer winds, delivers just off the outside corner there. Evens the count now at 2-2. So good pitch there by Spicer, trying to get the sophomore to chase, but good eye there. And that's going to be swung through and missed for the second out. First strikeout now of the day there for Spicer, as he's able to retire Cheatham for the second out here in the inning. So that brings up the first baseman now, number 30, Matt McClintock, the second.
Now batting first baseman, number 30.
Senior out of Woodland Park, Colorado.
Spicer getting his first strikeout of the game. Really didn't have to do a lot of that. His infield and outfield backed him up for the most part. So,
as this one's going to be fouled out of play. McClintock, the second, 6'7", 205 pounds. So, tall presence in the box. Spicer stands at 6'4", so breaking pitch taken for a call strike there. Looked like McClintock thought that was going to be in, but that one broke back out, caught the outside corner there. So fooled the senior. Finds himself down here 0-2 facing Spicer. Have to guess Spicer's probably not going to waste anything here. He'll go right at the senior. As he does, look like another breaking ball for swinging strike 3. So after allowing one run, Spicer settles down to retire
6-1, head to the bottom.
the Fighting Squirrels. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, Averett leads Mary Baldwin 6-1. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. It will be the right fielder, Zelgin Jackson, leading things off here for the Cougars. Jackson reached on an error by the first baseman back in the first inning that plated McCabe for the first run. So Jackson 0 for 1, but does have an RBI. So he'll face Measle here for the second time today. Swings through the first pitch, hit out to second base, fielded by Kessler. Fires on to McClintock for the first out to retire Jackson.
and if you're Mary Baldwin right here, that's exactly how you want to start out this inning after having that last inning with a bunch of runs scored. You want to go ahead and get a quick out and set the tone for the rest of the inning.
So Hatcher will step in now for the second time. He reached on an error back in the first inning. That played to Jackson for the second run. So he steps in here. Fouls the first pitch, backing out of play. 266 average on the year. Trying to get his numbers to climb here. The 0-1 offering on its way to Hatcher. Taken for a call strike. Right at the knees to the junior. Finds himself here down in the count, 0-2. Similar situation to what he was back in the first inning. As he grounded out to the second baseman, but he was bobbled. As that one misses off the outside corner. Good pitch though there from Measle. Nearly got Hatcher looking. Scheider waits on deck. He doubled back in the first inning. That's going to be swung on by Hatcher. Hit out to shortstop. Fielded by Barber. He'll fire on for the second out though to retire Hatcher. So that will go down as a 6-3 putout. As it brings up the designated hitter now, Ryan Scheider. 255 average on the year, as I mentioned. Doubled back in the first inning. One of 4 consecutive hits for the Cougars. As they were able to take a 6-0 advantage before Mary Baldwin scored a run here back in the top of half of the frame. So first pitch looked like a breaking ball there, misses outside to Scheider. So 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Pitch misses low as well. So Scheider in the driver's seat early in this one, finds himself ahead in the count, 2-0. As that one misses low as well. So 3-0 here to the 4-hole hitter and Scheider. I don't know if you're Scheider here, trying to do a job now with 2 outs in the inning, trying to extend it if you can reach here. Cougars have scored several runs this year off 2 outs. As that one misses up in the zone, Scheider will jog down on the 2-out walk, as it will bring up the left fielder now, number 30, Logan Albertson. Albertson singled back in the first inning, scoring a run. Later came around to score. Steps in, hitting 258 now on the year, as he's seen his average rise on the day. So he'll look to try to go 2 for 2 now, if he can extend the inning here with 2 outs. Wilson waits on deck if Albertson can extend the inning. Scheider dives back into first. As we mentioned last time out, Scheider 5 stolen bases on the year, so 5 of 6. He is a threat to run as he dances off first. Swung on by Albertson, hit out to center field. Cheatham will range over and squeeze that for the 3rd out though. So Averett collects a hit in the inning. Unable to push anything across. We hit to the top of the 3rd inning. Averett leading Mary Baldwin 6-1 when we return.
I think being a student athlete impacts my overall experience a lot. Just gaining a brotherhood with my teammates, and then with all the other teams, a big connection throughout all of athletics, and makes it fun to walk around campus and see everyone you know, and everyone comes out and encourages you at games, so it makes it a really fun environment.
And welcome back. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. It will be the shortstop, Michael Barber, leading things off here for the Fighting Squirrels. Barber, a freshman out of Louisa, Virginia, 6'3", 180 pounds. Steps in hitting 267 on the year, double, 4 hits and 15 plate appearances. Gets out of the 8-hole today. He'll step in to face Spicer back out for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch hit over to third base, backhanded there by Brophy, but that was going to be a tough throw to get the shortstop Barber, so that will go down as an infield single to third base. As Barber gets on to start things off here.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, that was a tough play right there. Even if he fielded that cleanly, I think that would have been a tough play to try to reach out and get right there.
So Barber collects his 5th hit on the year as it brings up the second baseman now, number 1, Noah Kessler. Kessler, left-handed batter out of Sanford, North Carolina, 5'10". Double play still in effect here for the Cougars. Spicer turns and fires this one back to first, but not a whole lot of oomph behind that one, as it was probably just trying to keep Barber honest. Probably, as they call that one, maybe the D move. Like a breaking ball taken for a called strike there. So Spicer getting ahead here to the 9-hole hitter in Kessler. Spicer retired the final 2 batters of the second inning via strikeout after allowing the leadoff triple to come around to score. As that one's going to miss up out of the zone to Kessler. I know if you're Spicer here, you'd love to induce a double play, maybe get 2 quick outs off a ground ball after allowing the leadoff single. As this one's going to be fouled out of play. Spicer now ahead in the count, 1-2. See if he goes back to the bender. Looked like a fastball there.
Has a couple pitches to give right here.
Did get Kessler looking on the curveball for the first strike of the at-bat. We'll see if he goes back outside corner here, trying to get it to break back, nip the corner. Pickoff attempt, though, over to first. Barber back, though, in plenty of time. Like it was the breaking ball there, but Spicer couldn't get it to pull down, as you can see. Hard to see on our camera, but kind of doing the pitch in motion, trying to snap the finger out there on the mound.
That one just hung up a little bit too high.
So 2-2 count here to the 9-hole hitter in Kessler. No outs here in the inning. Fastball hit back up the middle. Mary Baldwin's going to have 2 singles here to open the top half of the 3rd inning. So a good piece of hitting there for Kessler after getting down in the count. 1-2. Hit that one back where it was pitched.
Now batting third baseman, number 27, Michael Robertson.
So Robertson will step back in now. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Flew out to right field to begin things. He steps in here in an RBI situation with Barber standing at second base. Your Spicer here, you need to get an out. Junior right-hander on the mound. Popped up to the catcher. They're going to call interference, though. So it was still going to be a 2U put out, but they're going to get Robertson on interference as he stepped into the path of Wilson trying to make the play. So that will go down as the first out of the inning. And it brings up their left fielder now, Jacob King.
That's a batter's biggest fear right there, getting the bunt call, and then you go to lay down the bunt and you see it shoot up like that.
So King steps in now. Flew out to left field in his first plate appearance. Looked like a fastball there, missed off the outside corner. So Spicer's done his job after allowing the first 2 runners to reach via hit. Finds himself now with 1 out in the inning. Can get out of a jam here with a double play ball.
And it's interesting to see with Spicer, even with these situations like runner on third, runners in scoring position, he's still sticking with how he pitches in his game. And I think it's really interesting how he sticks with that and able to get out of these situations that he's been so far.
That's been one of the things that I've enjoyed watching about Spicer this year, is that even when he does get in trouble, he sticks with what he does best. Doesn't really allow the game to affect him, as this one's going to be popped up in foul territory. Wilson will throw the mask and squeezes that for the second out. So Spicer finds himself now 2 on here, 2 outs in the inning, after getting the last 2 runners to pop up to the catcher.
Now batting right fielder, number 5, Tucker Hensley.
Catcher Kyle Wilson right there getting his money's worth right there. 2 pop outs, having to throw off the mask and chase those balls down, and able to get 2 outs here for the Cougars.
So Hensley will step in now his second plate appearance, grounded out to first base to end the first inning. The left-hander faces Spicer here for the second time. Trying to extend the inning here. Connects on this one out into left field. Fielded, lands in front of Jackson. Throw to home. And be cut off by Bradshaw, but looked like Barber was held up at third as the strong throw in there from Jackson probably would have had him. So good play there. Good call there by Scott Hearn down at third base, as Mary Baldwin is now going to have bases loaded here.
Now batting the designated hitter.
The designated hitter, Dylan Rankin, at the plate. 2 outs here in the inning.
You know, right there, right fielder Zelgin Jackson was, even though the ball dropped, was able to read the ball very well and make a play quickly on the ball. And essentially that was the reason that he was held up at third. He was able to play the ball clean and get a good throw to the cutoff man.
As that one's going to be a breaking ball, swung through and missed. Rankin tripled back in the second inning, came around to score the lone run of the day here for the Fighting Squirrels. He bats now in an obvious RBI situation. 2 outs, though, in the inning. Spicer, you just need something to go your way here, as that one's going to be swung through and missed as well. We'll see if Spicer wastes one here after getting 2 swing and misses on the breaking ball. I have to guess in this situation, if you're Wilson, you're going to set up outside, go back to the breaking ball. Maybe you can get Rankin to maybe elect to go a little bit further off the plate for the
Try
third
to get
out.
him to chase one right here.
As he did go off the plate. That one missed a little bit too far outside, though. Probably not too enticing to get Rankin. Count now 1-2. So we'll see what the junior here in Spicer elects to do. I have to guess maybe he goes to a fastball here outside corner. Wouldn't be surprised, though, to see him go back to the breaking ball. It is a fastball. That one missed just off the plate, though.
Good frame right there by the catcher, Kyle Wilson, but
I would agree with you. Wilson made that look a lot closer than it probably was. Count even now at 2-2. I know from my vantage point with the frame job there of Wilson, thought that might have had a chance, but home plate umpire calling it off. So 2-2 offering here from Spicer. Swung on, hit out to left field. Albertson's going to range back. That's going to hit off the fence. They're going to send Hensley around. He'll score, so a 3-run double for Rankin. Mary Baldwin falls back within 6-4 here of Averett. So with 3 runs on the play, as Rankin was able to connect with that one. Didn't miss by much, hit midway up the left field fence, got over the head of Albertson. As that brings up the catcher now, number 21, Jared Mayhew. So a 3 RBI double for Rankin. He's now got a triple and a double on the day. Mayhew bats here. He grounded out to second base, scoring Rankin back in the second inning.
And I thought maybe with the wind blowing, to the left as it is, he was be able to catch the ball kind of to that shorter side of the fence, but hitting off the wall. But like you said,
going to be hit out
much.
to center field. McCabe ranges over, gets off of his glove. That would have been a tough play for McCabe. Nearly pulled it down, though. But instead, Rankin and Mayhew are going to trade places on the double, RBI double. Mary Baldwin pulls now back within 6-5 here of the Cougars in the top of the third inning.
And like we was talking about pregame, that play right there is a hard play to make. But with Nolan McCabe out there in center field, if he would have made that play, it wouldn't have been hard to believe, being that he's made plays like that all year. So
that will bring up the center fielder now, number 12, Kobe Cheatham. Cheatham struck out swinging back in the second inning. Steps in here to face Spicer for the second time. As Wilson calls time, he'll jog out to talk to Spicer. As the Cougars are going to have action now down in the bullpen. Looked like David Asbill, I think, was the one that jogged down. He'll start to loosen here.
Kyle Wilson right here, probably just telling him, keep your head. We're all right. Just get out this inning. And
I would agree with you on that one. Still find yourself here in the lead, 6-5. If you can get the third out here in the inning, turn the page over to your offense. Hopefully they can put up a few more runs in the bottom half of the inning. As this is going to be hit over to third base, but that's going to land in foul territory off the bat of Cheatham. So Mayhew now 2 RBIs on the afternoon, 1 for 2. He stands at second. 2 outs now in the inning. As that one's going to be fouled back and out of play. So Spicer ahead here in the count, 0-2. I have to guess he's probably going to try to get Cheatham chasing here. Not throw anything probably close to the zone. Ahead big here, 0-2 to the 6-hole hitter. Looked like a breaking ball. That just missed off the outside corner. Good job there by Wilson to frame that one. As the home plate umpire gave that a big look. But instead, that did miss off the corner. So 1-2 offering here to Cheatham. McClintock, the second, waits on deck. As that one's fouled back into the screen. As it does look like it is David Asbill loosening in the bullpen for the Cougars. Spicer here in the head in the count, 1-2. As this is going to be fouled down the left field line, but back and out of play. So 1-2 offering again here from Spicer. Popped up right side of the infield. Hatcher's going to be called off from Jackson in fair territory for the third out. But not before Mary Baldwin scores 4 runs in the top of the third inning. The 8-hole wins 6-5 of the Cougars as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And welcome back. Kyle Wilson will lead things off here for the Cougars in the bottom of the third inning.
In the bottom of the third, the catcher, number 27.
Wilson doubled back in the first inning. Came around to score the 6th run of the afternoon for the Cougars. Now 5 doubles on the year, 15 hits. So a third of his hits have gone for extra bases. First pitch misses low and outside. Still looking for that first collegiate home run. He's come close in several at-bats as that one hit on the warning track. As that one misses low as well. Finds himself ahead in the count here, 2-0. Cougars will have 6, 7, 8 due up here in the bottom half of the inning. Wilson, Brophy, and Bradshaw due up. As Wilson pops this one up down the third base line. Robertson gave it a look, but that's going to get into the Fighting Squirrels bullpen. As I mentioned last half inning, David Asbill sophomore has begun to loosen in the bullpen. I have to guess Spicer will go back out for the top of the 4th inning. But Asbill loosening just in case. As it looked like that one missed off the plate. 3-1 now here to Wilson. So Wilson steps in, hitter's count here facing Measle. fouls this one backing out of play. Runs the count now to full. So after allowing 6 runs in the bottom of the first inning, 4 earned, Measles settled down back in the second inning, allowing just 1 hit to get out of the inning. So Averett trying to answer here as Wilson will jog down to first on the leadoff walk. So he does his job, reaches base. As that brings up Brant Brophy now. Brophy singled back in the first inning to score Wilson. He steps in here, .333 average on the year, as he's worked his way into a starting role for the Cougars. Came up clutch, as I mentioned earlier in the game against Pfeiffer. Has started ever since then. So he bats here, no outs in the inning. Wilson leads off first, squares around a bunt. Throw down to first, though, is not going to be in time to get Wilson. So that will go down as a called strike. As they're going to say as Brophy offered on the bunt attempt. Bradshaw waits on deck here. Bradshaw 2 big flies on the year, including a grand slam. So wind blowing hard out to left field, so home runs could be a factor in this one, as the pickoff attempt to get Wilson is not going to be in time, as we saw last half inning. As Chris, you and I were talking between innings, says Rankin didn't miss by much from putting that one out of here.
It was definitely on the top half of the wall. And as you mentioned, Kyle Measle, starting to settle down in these second and third innings. I've noticed that he's starting to pitch a whole lot more on that outside, trying to get batters to chase a little bit more, and it's been working out for him so far. So I'd imagine he's going to stick to that outer side of the plate going for the rest of this inning.
As the last pitch there to Brophy missed up in the zone. Count even here, 1-1. Wilson takes off the second swing attempt to protect Wilson. That's going to get away, though. Wilson will dive in head first into second on the stolen base. He probably would have been out if Barber could have fielded that one cleanly. Solid throw there from behind the plate for Mayhew, but that would have been a tough dig there for Barber. But instead, Wilson moves up into scoring position now. 1-2 count here to Brophy. So Wilson picks up his third stolen base on the year, 3 for 3. As that one misses down in the dirt. Good stop there by Mayhew to hold Wilson at second. Counts even now here, 2-2 to the freshman. Wilson leads off second, 2-2 offering on its way to Brophy. As that's going to be swung on, fouled off down the first baseline. McClintock the second gave it a look, but that was going to be backing out of play. So 55th pitch of the day here for Measle on its way. As both offenses have made pitchers really had to work early in this one. Averett trying to take a 7-5 advantage here if Brophy can connect on one. Wilson runs well for a catcher. As I mentioned, 3 stolen bases now on the year. Don't normally look down at a stat sheet and think, I guess the stereotype is that catchers don't typically run well, but he does. As Brophy puts this in play, hits over to first base, shuffle on from Kessler to get Brophy for the first out. But Brophy will move Wilson up into scoring position again. He moves up to third base. McClintock misplayed that one, but applied the effort there of Kessler as he was heads up on the play. Quickly shuffled that to Measle for the first out.
From up here, it looked kind of close. It kind of could have went both ways from what it seemed like up here, but Brophy going out there doing a job, getting that runner to advance to third base, and now you got your power hitter right here.
So that will go down as a wild pitch, allows Wilson to score the 7th run of the day here for the Cougars. So as I mentioned, Wilson came across there to score on the wild pitch. That one was a little high for Mayhew to handle. Nearly hit Bradshaw in the head, was able to duck out of the way. Actually, from my vantage point, I thought it might have hit him, like it deflected off the helmet, went back, but guessing you probably would have heard that one down on the field.
Tanner Bradshaw here in an exact situation that he was in on his first at-bat. 1 out, no runners on, so.
As he connects on this one, hits it out into the right center field gap. Cheatham lays out for that one. Good effort there from the center fielder. Bradshaw rounds first. He'll round second. Looks for a triple. And he slides in on the one-out triple. Not every day you see Tanner Bradshaw pick up a triple, but applaud the hustle there of the senior as he moves up into third base now with one out here in the inning.
You know, it's always fun to see, you know, your bigger power guys get out there and run the bases to get triples and stuff like that. So, you know, obviously
it looks like we're going to have a mound visit here with Traylor due up here in the inning. But as you were saying, one of those situations you do love to see those power hitter guys get the wheels going, as they can run effectively. As maybe he was just coming out to hard to tell what was going on in that situation. As it was a quick mound visit. Oh, he was correction as I was getting the word from one of our fellow colleagues here in the press box. He was checking on the center fielder to see if he's okay. As Cheatham laid out for that one. As that one misses in the dirt. Good stop there, though, from Mayhew. Cheatham has made 2 diving plays early in this one. Nearly came away with that one, but instead got by the center fielder. Ensley had to track it down as Bradshaw moved up to third base. As that one misses out of the zone as well here to Traylor. Traylor steps in here, 263 average on the year. He singled back in the first inning.
And, you know, Tanner Bradshaw coming in and almost kind of like a leadoff situation, even though he wasn't the leadoff man. You know, 1 out, nobody on. Essentially, your main goal is to get on base, and he did that and some with the triple.
Yeah, and almost instant offense there with 1 out, moving up into third. As you really expect here in this situation with the senior at the plate and Traylor, a guy that's seen a lot of pitches in his career, that he can connect on one as he does. Hits this over to Robertson for the second out, though, so 5-3 put out, but that scores Bradshaw for the 8th run, so Traylor does his job out of the 9-hole. Puts Averett up 8-5 now when turns over the lineup card here for center fielder number 9, Nolan McCabe.
Now batting center fielder number 9, Nolan McCabe.
And right there, it could have been huge for the Cougars if he could have got on base and scored the run coming into the top of your lineup. You would have been in a 1-out situation, but nevertheless, he did do a job. He scored the run, and now you have Nolan McCabe up here. First pitch down in the dirt. Catcher did a good job blocking it up. It's going to be a 1-0 count here.
So McCabe steps in here, 1 for 2 on the afternoon, singled back in the first, flew out to left field. As that one misses out of the zone, so finds himself in the count here ahead 2-0. Trying to do a job now with 2 outs in the inning. Love to see him get on. Maybe the Cougars can add another run here with 2 outs in the frame. And it's going to be taken for a called strike.
I know he's kind of hoping he could do the same thing, you know, Tanner Bradshaw did a couple hits ago and tried to get, you know, a double or triple right here too, being in a scoring position here for the Cougars.
As he connects on this one, back up the middle for the single. So second hit of the day here for McCabe. He sees his average climb probably over 270 now on the single. So wouldn't be surprised to see McCabe in motion here. 2 outs now in the inning. Maybe Coach Fleming elects to send the sophomore, maybe trying to put him in, move him up 90 feet into scoring position. If he gets thrown out, you still got 2, 3, 4 due up next half of the inning. So wouldn't be surprised first or second pitch to see McCabe take off here. Looks like Mary Baldwin expecting that one. Pickoff attempt not in time, though, to get McCabe. Not a big lead over there for the sophomore. Looks like Mayhew is kind of shifted there behind home plate, cheating a little bit, expecting the throw here. As he does take off for second. He'll be taken for a called strike. No throw down there, though, as he pretty much stole that one off the pitcher. So that, as I mentioned, taken for a called strike. McCabe moves up now to second base with his 3rd stolen base on the day. Finds himself still a perfect 8 for 8 on the year. So efficient, only 8 stolen bases, but in 8 attempts is what you want.
And now if you're Zildjian Jackson right here, you're in a better situation now with 2 outs. You have a runner now in scoring position. So
as McCabe takes off for third, he'll steal that one, though, ahead of the tag. as that was going to be a tough play there for Robertson, as McCabe pretty much took that one off the pitcher.
And from this angle, it looked kind of close. McCabe was able to get around on the bag because the third baseman was up and had to field that out in front of him. But if he would have fielded that a little bit further back, I think he would have caught that on the throw and able to get the tag. But
I would probably agree with you on that one. Didn't look like it was going to be close when McCabe took off, but good throw there for Mayhew, as that one's going to miss. Count now 2-1 here to Jackson with McCabe at third base. So McCabe's done his job. Now leadoff spot here, 2 outs, singled back with 2 outs, stole second and third, so 4 stolen bases now on the day. As that one's going to nip the inside corner. Good breaking ball there from Measle. Finds himself even in the count now, 2-2 to Jackson. So if you're Jackson here, really trying to put one in play. Hopefully you can try to beat it out, as it looks like they've shifted towards right field, expecting Jackson to pull, as that one misses out of the zone. Runs the count now to full. 70 pitches here for Measle now in the third inning.
And Nolan McCabe coming in, essentially making something out of nothing, coming in 2 outs, nobody on base. You know, most of the times you see just getting out the inning and having your 2, 3, 4 come up, but now he's on third base. And now you're going to have a walk here on the 2. So now you have runners at third and first coming with your third batter here.
Number 2, Brandon.
And Hatcher due at the plate. Hatcher, though, 0 for 2. Reached on an error back in the first, grounded out in the second inning. But guy that's seen a lot of pitches in his career, pretty much started since he was a freshman on campus. Started as a third baseman. Had off-season shoulder surgery, I believe it was, after his freshman year, so slid over to second base last year and has climbed anywhere from the lineup, anywhere from second, as he connects on this one. Hit out into center field, diving play there by Kessler. Nearly had that one, as Hatcher will reach on the single, plating McCabe. So Kessler's been busy today, nearly pulled that one in, as that probably would have been a highlight grab, but instead that's going to go down as a single for Hatcher, as it looks like Coach Hearn, is up out dugout wanting to talk about that one. So Hatcher reaches on the single up the middle, or single to second base. Jackson moves up into second. McCabe comes around to score the 9th run of the day here for the Cougars.
Now, is that designated hitter Ryan Schreider?
Looks like they actually called catcher's interference on that, so it's not going to be a hit for Hatcher. As that one's going to miss inside.
And you like to say all of this was picking up by the momentum with that triple going back to Tanner Bradshaw, able to pick up that triple with 1 out, and then he got batted in by Ryan Traylor to on a fielder's choice. He was batted in, got an RBI for Ryan Traylor, that got 2 outs, and then Nolan McCabe coming out in the 1 hole, and a single, 2 stolen bases, runner in scoring position. You know, Zeldin Jackson gets walked, as you've seen, and Brandon Hatcher doing a beautiful job just dropping it in there right behind second base, and essentially making something out of nothing here.
So Scheider swings on the 2-0 offering. That's hit out into left field. King ranges over, calls everybody off, and squeezes that for the 3rd out. But not before Averett adds 3 runs here in the bottom half of the 3rd. They take a 9-5 lead. We will head to the top of the 4th inning when we return. Welcome back. We head to the top half of the fourth inning. Spicer returns back out for his fourth inning of work. Has allowed 6 runs. Or 5 runs, excuse me. As he'll face Mac McClintock the second here to begin things here in the top half of the inning.
Leading off for Mary Baldwin at the top of the fourth, number 30, the first baseman, Matt McClintock.
Mary Baldwin looking to keep that momentum up from the top of the third and being able to respond and hit in a couple runs here just like the Cougars did in the last inning. So
McClintock steps in here. Struck out swinging back in the second inning. He steps in here to face Spicer for the second time today. First pitch swung on and missed. Looked like a breaking ball there from Spicer. Spicer has had the breaking ball working in this one. Mostly on the outside corner, but does have the breaking ball going, as I mentioned. So 0-1 offering. Swung on by McClintock. Fouled off down the first base line. Bradshaw gave it a look, but that's going to bounce in down the warning track here on the first base side, just out of the camera view, and back and out of play.
Tanner Bradshaw turned and was running at that, determined to get that ball, but a little bit out of play. I think he was still having a little feeling off of that triple in the last inning, I would say. But
got to applaud the effort there, though, as Bradshaw did take a good angle to that ball. As not an easy play to read exactly where that's going to be, especially a ball hit to your left side. Outfielders typically will make a better play on those. That's going to be swung on and missed for the first out here in the top half of the fourth inning. So third strikeout now on the afternoon for Spicer, as that brings up the shortstop now, number 13, Michael Barber.
Number 13, Michael Barber.
So Barber steps in. He singled back in the third inning. Later on came around to score. So he faces Spicer here. Spicer sits at 50 pitches on the afternoon. Faces Barber now for the second time. It looked like a fastball there, just missed off the outside corner. Another pitch there that Wilson made look close, but home plate umpire James Love, calling that off the plate.
And Barber, one of those ones that looks pretty good at the plate now, fighting well behind the plate.
As this is going to be fouled off into fair territory. Bradshaw just inside the fence, squeezes that though for the second out. Apologizes, that was out of your camera view. But impressive play there for the senior first baseman as he read that one off the bat. Immediately got over as a wide foul territory here, very similar to the Oakland Athletics ballpark. Big first base, foul territory, and squeezed that for the second out. So that will bring up Noah Kessler now for his second plate appearance. He singled last time up. He's been busy in the field. Nearly came away with a highlight reel grab on the play from Hatcher, but instead it was a catcher's interference call, as that one misses down in the zone. So Kessler ahead now here 1-0.
And if he was able to make that play, Kessler would have had him kind of like a second kind of highlight play, early in the first with that grab over there. His glove came off, but he was able to stick with it and able to get a quick throw to throw the runner out. So,
and he had the quick heads-up shuffle play on the ball down the first baseline. So, as we mentioned, Kessler's been busy as that one nips the outside corner. Count 2-1 here. So Spicer trying to battle back after getting down 2-0. Breaking ball taken for a call strike. Looked like that one might have been up above the belt. Looks like Kessler kind of disagreed as well. But instead, that's going to be taken for a call strike. As we mentioned, Wilson's a good defensive catcher. He framed that one, didn't allow a whole lot of movement. As that one's going to be lined out to second. Hits off the glove of Hatcher. Fires over to first. Dug out by Bradshaw, but not in time to get Kessler, as that will probably go down as a fielding error on the second baseman, as I thought Hatcher had that one in the glove.
Almost kind of looked like a gimme play right there. Hit right to him. Just kind of misplayed the ball a little bit.
Michael Robertson.
But
So that will turn over the lineup card now here for the leadoff hitter, number 27, Michael Robertson. Robertson 0 for 2 on the day. Called out on a catcher's interference call last time up. So he steps in here, 2 outs in the inning, looking to extend the inning if he can reach base here, as that's going to be a fastball taken inside corner there for Spicer. So typically you see Spicer work outside in the bats, but electing to go inside here to start things off to the leadoff hitter in Robertson. Kessler leads off first. Mary Baldwin, only 1 stolen base on the year. Robertson with that stolen base, he's at the plate. So I have to guess possibly that Kessler's probably not going to be running here, but I have been surprised before. Diving attempt, though, from Spicer sends Kessler back, but back in plenty of time. Diving attempt again, so Spicer trying to keep Kessler honest over there at first base. Looks like Asbill is still stretching out in the bullpen for the Cougars. Kind of stopped throwing, but staying loose. That's going to be hit out to second base. Tough play there for Hatcher. Hits him off the face. Hopefully he's all right. That's going to go down, though, as a hit for Robertson, as that took a tough play off Hatcher. It kind of ate him up, literally, as it hit him in the mouth. Hopefully he's okay. But Mary Baldwin's now going to have runners on first and second here with the 2-hole hitter Jacob King at the plate.
As he walks back to his position, he's still holding his face, but looks like he's still going to try to play this one, and it appears to be all right.
Hatcher, a tough kid, got hurt back in his freshman year on a walk-off wild pitch, slid headfirst into home plate. I believe he got injured on the play, but battled and finished out the entire season. So a guy that's he's gonna reach deep in this one, as he's a guy that wants to be in the field, on the field. Time called there by King, but not granted. Spicer's first pitch here to King looked like a breaking ball, swung through and missed. So 60 pitches now here for Spicer with King at the plate. King came into the day 200 on the year. Steps in now 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Popped up to Wilson behind the plate back in the third inning. As he connects on this one, that's going to be fouled back and behind the press box. So down in the count here, 0-2 is King. As I was trying to get to, King came into the day hitting an even 300 on the year. So dangerous hitter here in the 2 spot for the Fighting Squirrels. 300 hitter. 0-2 offering. Wilson steps up outside. Breaking ball swung on by King, hit out into left center field gap, gets back, hits off the warning track, bounces off the fence. That's going to score 2 runs as Kessler and Robertson round. Mary Baldwin's going to pull within 9-7 now of the Cougars on the 2 RBI double from King.
Mary Baldwin here able to respond just like they did in the third inning, able to get some runs here, and that was a good piece of hitting right there with 2 outs.
As we're going to have a pitching change here, Coach Fleming is up and out of the dugout. Looks like it's going to be Asbill coming out. So Asbill will step in. We'll have some details on him when we return, but that's going to end the day here for Avery Spicer. He's gone after 3 2/3 innings, 7 runs, 5 earned, allowed 8 hits, did strike out 3. His shortest appearance of the year, so he'll depart here. Averett still leading 9-7 with 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll introduce the new pitcher on the mound for the Cougars.
The lights out.
So welcome back here to Owen Fulton Field. It will be the sophomore David Asbill taking over on the mound. Asbill, 4.55 ERA on the year, steps in for his 9th appearance, 0 for 3, 27 2/3 innings pitched, has struck out 20, walked 17, so holding opponents to a 222 average. So guys have struggled a little bit to hit Asbill, but the 17 walks have probably been what have really hurt Asbill on the year, as he's pitched the 3rd most innings on the team, does have 20 strikeouts. So Asbill, a sophomore, came in as an outfielder, been primarily moved over to the pitching role. Does have excellent stuff, can dial it up, probably upper 80s to low 80s. But a guy that, as I mentioned, has struggled a little bit with his control. If he can trying to zone up here today, he'll face the right fielder now, number 5, Tucker Hensley for Mary Baldwin. Hensley 1 for 2 on the afternoon, singled back in the 3rd inning. So he'll step in here, 2 outs in the inning. King remains at second on the 2 RBI double. Mary Baldwin came into the day 0 for 9. They do not look like a 9-loss team though today. Currently 7 hits, 7 runs. So bats have been going here for the Fighting Squirrels early in this one, as that one misses up in the zone from Asbill. Mary Baldwin, as we were talking, when Asbill was completing his warm-up tosses, nearly 3 home runs here today at Owen Fulton Field. There's a lot of ballparks, those 3 balls probably would have been gone. And that's going to be fouled back down the 3rd baseline, out of play. So count even here, 1-1.
So far, they looked well, very capable of sitting back on these pitches and able to get good swings on these balls, taking it to the left side.
Asbill's 1-1 offering runs up and out of the zone. That one's going to nip the inside corner there. 2-2 now here to the 3-hole hitter in Hensley. Asbill looking to do a job out of the bullpen. Came in with 2 outs in the inning. He's trying to make quick work of Hensley here. Give way to the Cougars bats in the bottom of the 4th inning. Breaking ball hit over to first base, fielded by Bradshaw. He'll call off Asbill for the 3rd out to retire Hensley. Mary Baldwin adds 2 runs here in the top of the 7th inning, or top of the 4th inning, excuse me. They pull within 9-7 now of the Cougars as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning when we return.
Headed to the bottom of the 4th inning.
I think Averett's a special place because of the camaraderie amongst everybody. I feel like it's a lot of friendships that won't be broken throughout my life, and it gave me a chance to show my abilities in wrestling and in the classroom.
And welcome back. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Freshman Logan Albertson leads things off here for the Cougars.
Leading off for the Cougars, the left fielder number 30, Logan Albertson.
Albertson steps in here. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Single back in the 1st. Flew out to center field back in the 2nd inning. So he'll face Measle now for the 3rd time today. Trying to do a job here out of the 5 spot as he swings on the first pitch. Popped up left side of the infield, as that will be corralled for the 1st out of the inning by Barber. So Albertson retired on the pop up to the shortstop, as that brings up the catcher now, Kyle Wilson. Wilson 1 for 2 on the day. Doubled back in the first inning, came around to score, and walked in the third and scored as well. So Wilson steps in here 1 for 1, facing Measle for the second time today. First pitch taken for a called strike. As that one nips the outside corner as well. Good pitch there for Measle. Finds himself ahead in the count here, 0-2. See if Wilson chokes up here. 2 strikes now in the at-bat. Swung on, hit out to right field. Hensley will range over and squeeze that for the second out to retire Wilson. So Brophy will step in now. 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in the first, grounded out back in the third inning.
And if you're Measle right here, that's exactly how you want to open up this inning. You know, able to get a couple runs in the top batting, and then essentially getting 2 quick outs here and possibly getting out of this inning, giving up no runs. So
that one's going to be fouled off by Brophy. But yes, as you were mentioning, Mary Baldwin scoring 2 runs in the top half of the inning. So if you're Measle here, you really want to retire the Cougars in order, keep the momentum going for your team. And then if you're Averett, you really need Brophy to get on here. Try to slow down the momentum of Mary Baldwin as that one misses in the dirt. Brophy now needs to do a job here with 2 outs in the inning. Act is basically a second leadoff guy, if you want to call it, as he hits this one out to second base. Fielded by Kessler. He'll fire on to McClintock, though, for the third out. So Measle gets the Cougars in order 1-2-3 here in the bottom half of the fourth. We head to the top of the fifth inning. Averett leading Mary Baldwin 9-7 when we return. And welcome back to Owen Fulton Field. Dylan Rankin will lead things off here for the Fighting Squirrels. 2 for 2 on the day. 2 runs, a triple and a double. As he's pretty much been instant offense every time he stepped to the plate here for Mary Baldwin. He'll face Asbill here for the first time. Asbill came out of the bullpen to retire the last out, last inning. He gets himself ahead here in the count. 0-1 here to Rankin. Rankin fell behind last time to Spicer. Got down 0-2, but managed to get a pitch he could handle as he swings through this one. Down 0-2 as well here to Asbill, as he connected on one that, as we talked about, didn't miss by a whole lot of nearly getting out of here at Owen Fulton Field. And as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, not an easy feat to do. And it's about 380 to the gaps here. Pitch off the outside. Good waste there for Asbill. Wilson applauded him, trying to get Rankin to chase, but instead Rankin was able to hold up. As he fouls this one off back in down the first baseline. Wilson has to go a long ways for that. Diving catch, though, is going to land out of the glove of Wilson. Looked like it might have been an easier play for Bradshaw, as Wilson really had a range for that one out of your camera screen. full forward extension dive, but instead that's going to go down as just a foul ball for Rankin. So new life here for the junior. Not an easy play for a catcher there. As I caught collegiately several years ago, as my GA over here would like to joke around, but not an easy play there for the sophomore to make.
But Kyle Wilson, being an athletic catcher, he also has a lot of range. So
this is going to be hit out into right field, but Jackson was there to squeeze that for the first out to retire Rankin for the first time today. As when that one left the bat, I thought it might have had a chance to drop in, but Jackson read that one well off the bat and got the first out. So that will bring up Mayhew now. Dangerous hitter. 1 for 2 on the day. Doubled back in the third inning. First pitch misses off the plate. Mayhew 2 RBIs on the day. Bats now with nobody on here for the first time. Takes that one for a called strike. So big out there for Asbill to retire Rankin, as he's been dangerous every time he stepped into the box. As that one's going to be chopped out to shortstop. Fielded by Trailer. Strong throw though across the diamond to retire Mayhew for the second out. As that was a laser from Trailer. As those of you joining our broadcast or tuning in today watching Averett play, Trailer is typically one of your top pitchers on the roster. Typically your third game guy. Can light it up, low 90s. Plays shortstop for the first 2 games. Typically pitches the third game, as he was able to retire Mayhew for the second out. So that brings up now the center fielder, Colby Cheatham.
And Mary Baldwin right here having to deal with a change of tempo and pitcher changes right here. You know, Spicer, a guy who's going to have a lot of movement. Not a lot of MPH, but he's going to have a lot of movement. You have to sit back on it. And now you have Asbro, who's going to come at you and have a lot of speed. So kind of just an adjustment period right here in the top of the 5th. Didn't really get to see him a bunch in the top of the 4th. But
so Asbill, quick 2 outs here. Finds himself down in the count 2-0, as that one's going to be taken for a called strike. So Cheatham trying to do a job here out of the 6 spots. Bats with 2 outs here in the inning. If he can reach McClintock, the second is due up on deck. 2-1 offering on its way. Good frame job there for Wilson, but unable to get the strike call. And that misses. Looked like it might have been up in the zone. Count now 3-1. Looked pretty close from our vantage point, but home plate umpire James Love has been very consistent today, as that one misses down in the dirt. So Cheatham does his job, jogs down to first on the 2-out walk. So that brings up the first baseman now, number 30, Mac McClintock. 0 for 2 today, has struck out twice. So looking to turn his tide today. If he can connect on a pitch here from Asbill.
You know, 2 outs here for the Cougars, but, you know, on both sides, we've seen both sides been able to bat very well with 2 outs up on the board. So wouldn't be surprised if he can get a bat going right here.
Breaking ball there from Asbill, taken on the outside corner for a strike. So not a guy you want to overlook here from McClintock. 2 outs in the inning. Big frame guy, 6'7". Asbill throws hard, so square one up. You got a chance to hit this one out. You can use the pitcher's velocity in your favor, so don't want to take that for granted, as that one's going to be taken for a called strike as well. McClintock down here 0-2. So we'll see if Asbill elects to waste a pitch, maybe trying to get the big right-hander here to offer at one, or if maybe potentially even elevate in this situation. Cheatham leads off first, held on by Bradshaw. Fastball taken, call strike 3, outside corner. So Asbill does his job following the 2-out walk to get McClintock for the 3rd time today on the punch-out. Averett takes a 9-7 lead. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning when we return. So senior Tanner Bradshaw will lead things off here for the Cougars in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Cougars in the bottom of the 5th.
Bradshaw 1 for 2 on the afternoon, tripled and came around to score back in the 3rd inning. I have to look back, but I'd have to guess that was probably Bradshaw's first collegiate triple. Does have 2 home runs on the year, so steps in now with a 4 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home run, 12 RBI stat line. As that one misses out of the zone here.
This is also Bradshaw's 3rd appearance today where he's had nobody on base, so
Bradshaw is a threat to go deep. Does have multiple home runs in his career. As he swings on the 2nd pitch, nearly lands inside fair territory. Probably didn't miss by more than a matter of a foot or 2 down the left field line. But instead, that goes as a strike in the book. And the foul ball there from Bradshaw. So 85th pitch of the day here on its way from Measle.
That hit right there was about a foot away of you looking at Bradshaw getting a double right there.
As that one misses down in the dirt, 2-1 count here to the senior. Trailer waits on deck. He was able to score Bradshaw last time up on the RBI ground out. Averett, 2 seniors to lead off the inning. Hit out to shortstop, fielded by Barber. Strong throw across the diamond to get Bradshaw, though, for the first out. So Trailer will step up now. 1 for 2 on the day. Single back in the 1st inning. As I mentioned last time up, grounded out for the RBI that scored Bradshaw following the triple. So he bats now for the 3rd time facing Measle. Trailer, one of those guys that's hit anywhere in the lineup for the Cougars, as that one misses up and out of the zone. Primarily lower half of the lineup guy, 2 or 3 years, but has hit 3, did hit over 300 in his sophomore season, as that one misses as well. Junior season cut short last year. McCabe waits on deck. 1 out here in the inning as Trailer swings on this one, fouls it off first base line, but that's going to get back and out of play for the first strike here. Trailer, a dangerous hitter, guy that basically second leadoff here for Coach Fleming in the 9-hole. Has led off most of the year for the Cougars, but with McCabe hitting well and running well, Coach Fleming electing to put a little bit more speed at the top of his lineup. Moving Trailer down to the 9th spot as that one misses. Count 3-1 here. So hitters count here to a dangerous hitter in Trailer. But kind of gives you that ability here with Trailer, with McCabe swinging it well, that if Trailer gets on, maybe him and McCabe can trade places. As he connects on this one, hit out to right field. That gets over the head of Hensley. Tough route there for the right fielder. Trailer will jog in on the 1-out double. So Trailer now has 2 hits on the afternoon, and that brings up the dangerous hitter in Nolan McCabe now.
And it looked like maybe the sun came into a factor there as he took a step forward before he took a step back, and that ultimately led to the ball being able to get over him.
As it looks like that's going to get Coach hurrying up and out of the dugout. He'll come out to talk to Measle here. I have to guess getting towards the end of the afternoon here for Measle. Closing in on 100 pitches. Sits just below 90 as he faces McCabe now for the 4th time today. McCabe 2 hits. Does have two hits, 2 runs, 4 stolen bases. So probably talking to him here, hoping maybe you can get a double, or trying to double play out of effect, there, but trying maybe to get McCabe here, maybe chasing at a pitch, maybe a weak hit ball somewhere. But instead, McCabe bats here, RBI situation with Trailer at second. As we talked about, that second RBI, or that second leadoff slot with Trailer come into effect here with the leadoff batter in McCabe at the plate. So McCabe steps in, as I mentioned, 2 hits on the afternoon. Does have 4 stolen bases, so that's a career high for him. 4 stolen bases. Trailer leads off second. Pitch misses up and out of the zone here.
And McCabe has a opportunity right here to score a run, but also huge for the Cougars is he's able to get on base here and, possibly get Zeldin Jackson up to bat with 1 out. And you've seen him do it all game, able to steal those bases and advance all the way to third a couple times. So
As he swings on the second pitch, popped up, hit out into center field. Cheatham ranges over, calls off the shortstop Barber for the second out. So Cheatham had to go a long ways for that one, but kind of made that one look easy to retire McCabe for the second time today.
Number 23, Elgin Jackson.
So as you mentioned, that will bring up Jackson here. Jackson 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Grounded out twice, reached on an error though back in the first and scored walk back in the third inning. So looking for his bat to get going here today. Steps in here, 2 outs in the inning. Trailer in an RBI situation if he can. As that one runs off the corner. Trailer, as I mentioned, RBI spot here. He stands at second if Jackson can plate him. Averett trying to add another insurance run here. They lead 9-7. I know if you're Coach Fleming, you'd love to add a run here in the bottom half of the inning. After getting held off the board in the fourth, as that one's going to be fouled down the third base line. Backing out of play, though. So, 95th pitch of the day there for Measle. 1-1 count here to Jackson. So 1-1 offering here from the right-hander. Misses down in the dirt. Good stop there by Mayhew, though. Count 2-1 now. Can't quite tell from my vantage point if Mary Baldwin has anybody loosening down in the bullpen.
It does appear that they do have somebody loosening up.
As Jackson rips this one over to first baseman, McClintock on his toes. Squeezes that for the third out to retire Jackson. So Averett puts runners on here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Unable to push anything across. We head to the top of the sixth when we return.
Head to the top.
And welcome back. We head to the top half of the sixth inning. It will be the shortstop, number 13, Michael Barber, leading things off here for the Fighting Squirrels. Barber 1 for 2 on the afternoon, singled in the third, popped up to Bradshaw back in the fourth inning in foul territory. So he faces Asbill here for the first time today. First pitch misses out of the zone, though. As that one misses as well. Two-0 offering runs off the plate as well, so 3-0 here to Barber. Trying to do his job out of the 8th spot if he can reach via the leadoff guy in the inning. Taken for a call strike though there. 3-1. Barber is in the driver's seat though. 3-1 count. Hitters count here. Asbill back out for his second inning of work after coming in relief. Against the strike call there. Runs the count now to full.
Good job fighting back in the count right there.
So Asbill 1 in the third innings pitched. Has walked 1, struck out 1. Full count here fouled off there by Barber. Looks like that one hit him. Hopefully he's okay. Not fun to foul those off your feet.
Not at all.
Good pitch there, though, from Asbill. Inside half of the plate. Barber had all he could do to foul that one off to stay alive. So a 3-2 offering again on its way here. Just missed off the outside corner there, but Barber does his job. He reaches on the leadoff walk. He'll jog down to first, as that will bring up the second baseman now, number 1, Noah Kessler. Kessler's reached base twice today, 1 for 2. Singled back in the third inning, reached on an error in the fourth, and has scored 2 runs. So first pitch on the way here from Asbill. Misses down and out of the zone. Good stop there by Wilson to keep Barber at first. Barber leads off. Small lead over at first. Bunt attempt pushed down the third baseline. That's going to be fielded in foul territory there by Brophy, as that would have gone down as a single there for Kessler. Good bunt, but nothing to show for it there. We'll applaud the effort there of the 9-hole hitter. The left spot, kind of a Ichiro Suzuki type bunt there, we used to call it. Ichiro did that a lot in his day for the Mariners, squaring around, laying it down the third baseline. Pretty much all you can do as a third baseman there is to hope it goes foul, as it's going to be tough to double up a lefty who runs well down the line. Breaking ball there from Asbill, missed out of the zone as Kessler squared around again. So maybe Mary Baldwin trying to play some small ball here. Down 2 runs here in the top half of the 6th inning. Realizing one run here in this inning could pull you within even closer of the Cougars. As that one misses out of the zone as well. Wilson's going to jog out here and talk to Asbill, as Asbill's falling behind in the count here, 3-1. Nobody loosening in the bullpen for the Cougars. So Asbill's game at this point. Asbill in line for the win so far for the Cougars since coming into relief. That would be his first collegiate victory if he can hang on to this one. The 3-1 offering on its way. Fouled back and out of play, though. So runs the count back to full. So a good pitch there from Asbill. Needs an out in this situation. Strikeout would be big. Double play would be even bigger.
Back-to-back full counts last time. Tried to sneak it on the outside corner, it looked like, but wasn't able to go. So interesting to see what he'll try to do here.
Hunter takes off the second. Throwdown from Wilson, though, is not going to matter as Kessler's going to draw the walk. He'll move up to first, Barber up the second. So Mary Baldwin now with runners on first and second here, as that's going to get the bullpen up now for the Cougars. Like Kyle Lamantia and Tyler Knuckles jogging down to get loose. So that brings up the top of the order here. Michael Robinson steps in now, 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Singled back in the 4th inning. His first hit on the day. So Asbill looking to get out of a jam here. No outs. Runners on first and second. Robertson squares around, misses outside. So sacrifice situation here for Robertson. Probably a good call here for Hearn if you can move runners up into second and third. Sacrifice a run for moving 2 runners in scoring position. With 3-4 or the 2-3-4 punch in your lineup due up next. Asbill trying to pitch away from Robertson here. Popped up, hit out into right field. Gets in front of Jackson. Good jump there. Throw into third base, though, is going to go as a force out, though. 7-5, the rare 7-5 put out.
Yeah.
Don't see that very often. As Barber had all he could do, as he thought Jackson might potentially catch that, so he kind of had to freeze, moved back. But instead, Averett will get an out on that one as it brings up Jacob King here.
It looked dangerous right there for the Cougars as it dropped in, but the runner from second almost got a bad jump, and once he seen that the ball was up in the air, tried to run back, and it was kind of hard to kind of change direction once he seen it fell and get to third base. So it set up from a good throw from Zeldin Jackson to third base, and like you said, that 7-5 put out.
As that one misses out of the zone. King steps in. He doubled last time up in the fourth, scoring 2 runs. Came in hitting .300 on the year. Up in the count here, 2-1. Or up in the count here, 1-0. Sorry. Taken for a call strike there. I have to say, in my career, I don't think I've ever put a fielder's choice to left or to right field.
It was interesting to see, but Zeldin Jackson put that one on a rope straight to the third base. So,
in correction, it was actually a 9-5 put out. As that one's going to be fouled back and out of play. Getting my outfield positions confused for some reason here. So Asbill up in the count here, 1-2. That one misses. 2-2 now here to King. Double play would get the Cougars out of the inning. Lamantia up, loosening in the bullpen for the Cougars. That one's going to be fouled and out of play. Count will remain at 2-2 here.
still swinging, still staying alive is King.
So 2-2 offering here. Breaking ball swung on, hit out to right field. Jackson will range over. Well, that's going to drop in front of him and Bradshaw. Runners will move up. So Mary Baldwin will have bases loaded now. Throw in was a strong one to Wilson with Hensley due up at the plate. So that will go down as a single for King down the right field line. Blooper off the bat. Line drive in the book, though.
Now batting right fielder, number 5, Tucker Hensley.
So Kessler off third, Robertson off second, King off first, Hensley at the plate here. 1 for 3 on the day. Single and 2 ground outs to first. Singled and scored back in the third inning.
It appeared the Averett dugout looked down at the bullpen and kind of gave the hats up to get ready. So
as this one's going to be hit out to shortstop. Trailer will shuffle on to second for the... They are going to call him out. They're asking about the transfer there. Like Hatcher did drop that one. On the fielder's choice to the shortstop, Mary Baldwin was able to score a run. They pull within 9-8 now. Hearn wants to talk to the second base umpire here in William Benson, saying he dropped it on the transfer. Hard to tell from our vantage point. So Hensley reaches on the fielder's choice to the shortstop. King is out 6-4 on the play. Robertson moved up to third. Kessler came around to score. So Rankin will step in now. Dangerous spot here for the designated hitter. Already 2 RBIs today, or 3 RBIs today. Drove in 3 on 1 swing back in the second inning, a double. And he's retired for the first time back in the 5th inning. 2 for 3 on the day, triple and a double. So he steps in here to face Asbill for the second time. Asbill was able to get him to fly out to right field back in the 5th inning. As he chops this one back to the pitcher, fielded by Asbill, he'll fire on to first. Tough throw there, but in time to get Rankin. Athletic play there for David Asbill to retire the inning. To end the inning, excuse me. Mary Baldwin scores a run here in the top half of the 6th inning. They pull within 9-8 of Averett as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Welcome back to Owen Fulton Field, bottom of the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound here for Mary Baldwin as the freshman right-hander out of Alexandria, Virginia. Number 17, Joseph Castrilli, takes over on the mound. Castrilli making his 5th appearance, has pitched in 6 innings. Struck out 5 to walk 9. Opponents hitting .394 against him. So he comes out to replace starter Kyle Measles. Pitched effective, held the Cougars off the board last 2 innings after allowing 6 runs in the 1st inning. So he'll face Brandon Hatcher here, 3-hole hitter for the Cougars. Hatcher 0 for 3 on the afternoon, did reach back in the 3rd inning on a catcher's interference call, as that one's going to miss off the outside corner there. So Hatcher looking to get his bat going today. 2nd pitch misses out of the zone as well. So Hatcher being patient here, facing Castrilli. And that one runs away as well. Castrilli, a different motion. Looks like a lot of his balls break towards the outside part of the plate. As that was a fastball, it looked like they're down in the dirt. So Hatcher will jog down on the leadoff walk as it brings up the designated hitter now, Ryan Scheider. 1 for 2 on the day, double back in the 1st inning, walked in the 2nd. So he'll face Castrilli now here for the first time. Double play in effect here for Mary Baldwin. Albertson waits on deck for the Cougars.
And for Castrilli, that's not what you want to do to open up, the inning as a new pitcher. 4 straight balls, no strikes, walking a batter.
As he does get the first pitch here to Scheider to be taken for a call strike. Hatcher leads off first. He is a threat to run. 5 stolen bases on the year. As Castrilli steps off, sends Hatcher back. Hatcher dancing off first there, maybe trying to play with the head of the freshman out there, maybe trying to get him to be a little wild here to Scheider. As that one misses, Hatcher takes off the 2nd, though, on the stolen base. So good read there by Hatcher as he read that was going to be in the dirt, broke it before the pitch, so it is a stolen base. As it looked like that was actually a called strike there. Hatcher moves up to 2nd now. Scheider steps back in here. Scheider was down in the count 0-1. That one missed, and that one misses as well. So 2-1 here to the 4-hole hitter in Scheider. Sun setting here at Owen Fulton Field. Darkness may play a factor in this one. Bottom half of the 6th inning here. As that one's going to be fouled and out of play. A couple long innings have really dragged this one out here. 4 p.m. starts. Kind of tough to get in before daylight sets, but Cougars and Mary Baldwin trying to get this one in.
I know the outfielders appreciating this one without the sun, having to look up and play these fly balls in the sun, and now that won't be a factor anymore, so I know they're appreciative of it.
As that pitch misses out of the dirt, or out of the zone, runs the count here to full. So Scheider batting here, RBI spot, trying to answer the run Mary Baldwin put up in the top half of the 6th inning. If he can connect on a pitch here, Hatcher takes off to 3rd, swung on by Scheider. That's going to land in foul territory. So Hatcher on the move. Coach Fleming electing to get the offense moving here. Trying to get something going again. Hatcher, a pretty heads-up base runner for the Cougars. Probably not what you'd call Nolan McCabe's speed. Does run well, but more of a heads-up smart guy. Picks his situations. Throw back to 2nd, though, is going to get away, so that's going to go down as a throwing error on the pitcher, allowing Hatcher to move up into 3rd.
Looks like he thought one of his guys was going to be there. Kind of a miscommunication between him and the shortstop. He thought the shortstop was going to stay behind, and he kind of lost vision of him and made the throw anyway. So
that will be the 4th error on the afternoon for Mary Baldwin, allowing Hatcher to move up into 3rd base, as they'll bring the infield in here, realizing 1 run is a big one in this one. As Scheider swings through this one for the second out of the inning, or first out of the inning, excuse me. As that brings up Logan Albertson now. So Scheider's retired on the strikeout. Hatcher's still left down at third base with Logan Albertson at the plate here. Albertson 1 for 2, popped up to shortstop last time up, singled back in the first inning. So he steps in here, takes the first pitch for a called strike from Castrilli. RBI spot here for the freshman trying to come through. Wilson waits on deck for the Cougars. One out here in the inning. Infield still in. That's going to get past the dive of Barber. As it will go down as he single up the middle for Albertson. He does his job scoring. Hatcher. Averett's going to take a 10-8 lead now.
Catcher number 27, Kyle Wilson.
So that would go down as an unearned run for Castrilli on the error. Hatcher would probably be at third base now. Although you probably could say that he probably would have scored on that play. So probably will have to adjust that to an earned run, as that's going to be taken for a call strike there to Wilson. So that will go down as an earned run for Castrilli. Pitch swung on by Wilson, hit out to shortstop. That will get off the glove of Barber, but that was going to be an extremely difficult play for the shortstop. So that will go down as an infield single for Wilson. Back-to-back hits now for the Cougars.
Now back at third baseman, number 1, Brant Brophy.
So that will bring up Brant Brophy now. Brophy 1 for 3 on the day. Back-to-back ground outs to second base in the third and the fourth. So following the first inning single, been held in check. He steps in here, RBI spot with Albertson at second base. Breaking ball taken for a called strike there. Brophy trying to come up clutch here for the Cougars. Trying to extend the lead here. Hitting the gap will score Albertson. Chance to score Wilson, though, as Wilson does run well. Pickoff attempt, though. Sends Albertson back. No throw there from Castrilli, though. Bradshaw waits on deck. He could step into the box in his first RBI spot of the day, pending the outcome of this at-bat. 0-1 offering here to Brophy. Misses out of the zone. His account now at 1-1. Lamantia still loosening down in the bullpen for the Cougars. I have to guess he's probably going to come in here in the 7th inning. Swung through and missed. Stolen base attempt. They're going to get Albertson for the 2-5 caught stealing. Now Wilson will move up into scoring position, though, at second base. As I believe that was a swinging strike there for Brophy. That's going to be hit out to shortstop, fielded by Barber. He fires across to retire Brophy for the third out. So Averett puts runners on. They score a run in the bottom half of the 6th inning. They take a 10-8 lead. We head to the top of the 7th inning when we return.
10-8. Head to the top of the 7th.
So we'll head to the top of the 7th inning. We'll have a new pitcher on the mound here for the Cougars, senior Kyle Lamantia. And Chester, Virginia takes over. Lamantia making his 7th appearance, 1-0 with a 3.86 earned run average. Has appeared in 7 innings, striking out 5, holding opponents to a 259 average. So Lamantia getting going here late in the year. Missed the first part of the year due to an injury, but has been a starter for the Cougars. Coach Fleming primarily using him lately out of the later half of the inning, 7th, 8th inning guy, before giving way to Cole Spain in the 9th. So Averett trying to turn this one over here to the bullpen, as David Asbill will leave here. 2 2/3 innings pitched, 1 run, 1 earned, did walk 3, struck out 1. He's in line for his first collegiate victory here as Lamantia takes over on the mound. He'll face the catcher here, number 21, Jared Mayhew, to lead things off though here for the Fighting Squirrels.
In the top of the 7th. The catcher
Mayhew 1 for 3 on the day, doubled back in this 3rd inning, grounded out back in his last time up. Came in leading the team to a 375 average on the day. He'll face Lamantia. Lamantia, a guy that has excellent stuff, good movement, right side, right arm. As you can see, that one nearly got to the backstop there. A guy that can get up on the radar gun, but nearly sent that one straight to the backstop. So 1-0 offering here to Mayhew. Fastball misses out of the zone as well, 2-0 now. Knuckles still down in the bullpen for the Cougars. He's just stretching out. I have to guess it's probably his game in the 8th inning if Lamantia can get us through the 7th. And that one's going to be fouled back and out of play, so Lamantia is on the board with a strike now. 2-1 here to Mayhew. Here, Mary Baldwin, plenty of time left in this one, trailing 10-8. Score a run last half inning. Trying to score a run here. And that's going to miss up and out of the zone. Didn't miss by much there, though. 3-1 now here to Mayhew. So he's in the driver's seat. Hitters count here to the 5-hole hitter.
You're starting to see runs start to slow down for both teams here. Most of the last 2 innings picking up 1 apiece. So
as Mayhew's going to draw the leadoff walk, that will bring up the center fielder now, number 12, Colby Cheatham.
Now batting center fielder number 12, Colby Cheatham.
And it looks like we're actually going to have a pinch runner here, as Brady Ward is up and out of the dugout. He'll run for Mayhew.
16, Brady Ward.
So Ward takes over at first with Cheatham at the plate here. So Ward leads off first, held on by Bradshaw. First pitch on the way here. Just misses up and out of the zone. So 1-0 offering here. Misses in the dirt. Good stop there though by Wilson to hold Ward at first. Lamantia behind in the count here, 2-0. So left-hander, it looks like Cole Spain now loosening down in the bullpen. Pickoff attempt back into first. Nearly had Ward, but he slides in ahead. 3-0 count here, though, to Cheatham.
looked like he could have had him right there, but on the swing down, caught a little bit of the bag before him, so kind of slowed his swing down. And
high throw there from Wilson, too, pulled Bradshaw up. Probably a foot or two lower. They probably would have had him on the back pickoff, but instead it's a 3-0 count here to Cheatham. Pickoff attempt, though, sends Ward back in, diving. Back in plenty of time, though.
Pinch runner getting a lot of work right here as they keep attacking him over there on first base. Probably keeping in mind that he is trying to advance bases, so trying to keep him honest here.
3-0 offering here. Misses down in the zone. Now runners on first and second here. It's like we're going to have a pinch hitter here, as it's going to be number 9. And that's going to get Coach Fleming up and out of the dugout. He'll come out to talk to Lamantia here.
Enos.
So we'll have a pinch hitter here for the Fighting Squirrels. It will be the junior left-hander out of Midlothian, Virginia, number 9, Cameron Genus. Genus still looking for his first hit on the year. Steps in 0 for 7. He'll face Lamantia here. No outs. 2 runners on here in the top half of the 7th inning. Spain begins to loosen a little quicker down in the bullpen as Coach Fleming was out probably just to buy some time for the left-hander. Lamantia steps off, sends Ward back into second. No throw, though.
Look like Cougars are set in a possible bunt situation here.
Looks like Bradshaw's creeped in. He'll play on the line down the first baseline. Brophy's about even with the bag. Hatcher shifted over to first as that one misses out of the zone. So Lamantia struggling a little bit with the control since coming out of the bullpen. Really needs something to go in his favor here, get some confidence going so he can dial in, trying to get the Cougars out of this half of the inning. Fastball nearly runs over the head of Wilson. Good stop there, though, from the sophomore. I have to guess the take sign is on here for Genus. Going to have to make Lamantia probably throw him a strike before he swings. This situation, walks are as good as hits. Need base runners down. 2 runs here. Taken for a call strike there. So Lamantia, after trailing 2-0, gets on the board there with the strike.
Trying to fight back here, trying to even out the count here.
As that one nips the outside corner. Good pitch there from the senior. Runs the count here even 2-2. So 2-2 offering on the way here from Lamantia. Wilson sets up outside. Swung on, hit out to shortstop, fielded by Trailer. He'll tag second himself. Fire onto first is not going to be in time, though, as they were able to get Cheatham on the force out. Genus will reach first, though, on the fielder's choice to the shortstop, as that brings up now the shortstop, number 13, Michael Barber.
Now batting the shortstop, number 13, Michael Barber.
Interesting to see him elect himself right there instead of pitching it, but able to race over and get that out.
Looked like there might have been a little communication there, mix-up between Hatcher and Trailer, as Trailer looked like he wanted to shuffle it onto Hatcher to get the force out, but instead he had to take it for himself. Barely beat out.
Wasn't able to convert the double play, but a very athletic throw right there as he kind of came up and under.
But instead, Mary Baldwin's going to have runners on the corners here. First and third, 1 out now in the inning with the shortstop Barber at the plate. Lamantia trying to escape a jam here. Double play ball would end the inning. Good stop there from Wilson. That would have taken the double play out of effect. But instead, the sophomore saves that one for the team.
Kyle Wilson holding up pretty strong behind the plate so far tonight.
As I mentioned back early on in this one, Wilson's took over last year behind the mound. Did a solid job as a freshman, but evolved this year into an elite catcher for the Cougars, probably one of the top defensive catchers in the conference. As that one misses inside, count 3-0 here. So Lamatia still struggling with the control a little bit since coming out of the bullpen. See if he can dial it in here to get Barber for the second out.
Kyle Wilson stepping into that role that we mentioned earlier. Chase McKinney, played for so long, and
as that one misses off the outside corner, that will load the bases now for Kessler. So that's going to get Coach Fleming up and out of the dugout. He will go to the left-hander, Spain. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll resume action here at Owen Fulton Field. Welcome back. We head back to the top half of the seventh inning. Mary Baldwin batting with bases loaded here, one out in the inning. Senior Cole Spain takes over on the mound out of Prince George, Virginia. Spain making his 12th appearance, 0-1, 4.26 ERA. Has pitched in 12 2/3 innings, struck out 21, holding opponents to a 204 average. That's walked 8, so if there's anything that's hurt Spain in his career, it's been walks. Excellent stuff, 21 strikeouts in 12 2/3 innings. So Coach Fleming elect to go to closer here in the top half of the seventh inning, trying to preserve this lead, send the game to the bottom half of the seventh. So Spain steps in here, bases loaded situation, facing the 9-hole hitter in Kessler. As we were talking about, Spain has struggled with control, but excellent strikeout stuff from the left side. Can dial it up in velocity, high 80s, potentially low 90s, depending on the day. Excellent slider. As he's got a lefty-on-lefty situation here. Situation he likes to be in, as he can work the outside part of the plate. And that one misses in the dirt for a ball. Nowhere to put Kessler here, so corners in for the Cougars. Rofier even with the grass. Bradshaw over at first. Middle of the infield back, double play depth. And that one misses inside as well. Wilson tried to pull that one back in, but looked like it was off the inside corner. So good call there from home plate umpire James Love. Cougars trying to escape damage here. Fastball taken for a called strike there.
And you want to see a lot of poise out of Cole Spain right here, coming into a situation where bases are loaded. You know, he's coming in, one out, and he's got to get himself out of this situation. So
Spain has been effective this year. And that one's going to be fouled back and out of play. So he evens the count here at 2-2. So Spain in a situation he wants to be here. 2 strikes, does have a waste pitch here. Don't be surprised if he goes to the slider trying to get Kessler to chase.
something that's going to move in and out away from him, hopefully getting him to chase here on the outside.
as Wilson sets up towards the outer part of the plate. That's going to be taking call strike 3. So great pitch from Spain since coming out of the bullpen after trailing 2-0 as he retires the 9-hole hitter and Kessler there. So Spain picks up his
Now batting the third baseman, number 27.
22nd strikeout on the year.
And that's exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Fleming coming in, going for a pitching change here in the middle of the inning. Go ahead and get a quick strikeout to make it 2 outs. Now a touch on any bag anywhere is going to lead to an out. So a whole lot better situation. Not perfect situation, but a whole lot better situation than he was in prior.
I would agree. 2 outs now, so an out can get you out of this one with Robertson, the leadoff hitter, at the plate. Freshman versus senior in this situation. Big at bat for the freshman, trying to put his club ahead as that one misses outside. Speed down the base pass as Barber leads off first. He runs well, so ball hitting the gap, could score 3 runs. So Spain trying to do a job here, down on the count 1-0 though to the leadoff hitter in Robertson. That one's going to be fouled back and out of play. Spain, one of those guys that when he gets ahead in the count and go to his strikeout stuff, he's effective.
Mm-hmm.
Hard for him to battle back, although he has had a few strikeouts in full count situations this year. So hopefully he can come through for the Cougars here. Send this to the bottom half of the 7th inning, and Averett can put up a few more runs. And that's going to be taken for a call strike there. So Spain's done his job ahead in the count here, 1-2. Not done facing Robertson. Big pitch on the way here from the senior left-hander. Trying to escape a bases-loaded situation here. Coach Fleming hoping the election to go to the bullpen here pays off. Spain steps off, collects himself here. Probably realizes the magnitude of this situation here. Hit could tie it. 1-2 offering on the way here. Wilson sets up off the plate. Looked like a fastball. That's going to be fouled into the screen. So Spain reached back on that one, but Robertson equaled it. Good job there by the freshman to hang tough as Spain got the pitch he wanted. Up and away, elevated that one.
2-strike approach, trying to stay alive right here. It was a good cut.
Tip your cap there to the freshman Robertson. So we will replay the 1-2 offering here from the senior Spain. Breaking ball, fouled off down the first base line. Bradshaw ranges over, but that's going to land out of play, just out of the reach of Bradshaw. Bradshaw had a good read off the bat. If that one probably would have been 3 or 4 more feet closer to the fence, Bradshaw probably would have had a play to end the inning. But instead, new life here for Robertson facing Spain. Looked like a slider there from Spain. So Robertson seeing both strikeout pitches here from the left-hander. We'll see what Spain elects to go to in this situation. Time called. Spain sends that one into the screen. As they'd say in the old movie Major League, just a bit outside.
The late time there caught him, and I think he was trying to stop his motion, but couldn't really stop it, and that led to a little wild pitch. And
that's one of those where you're Spain, you got to let it go, otherwise you risk injury. So he elects just to send it into the screen. Instead, that's going to be 1-2 offering again is going to be fouled back and out of play. So Robertson really making Spain have to work here for the final out here in the top of the 7th inning. Freshman versus senior, who's going to get the better of who? Catcher deep on the grass. That one's going to be fouled down the first baseline as well. So we will replay the 1-2 count here.
So far, the freshman's able to stay alive and getting some good cuts to stay alive in this 2-strike approach.
Wouldn't be surprised in this situation, though, to see Spain go back to an elevated fastball ahead in the count 2-1. Maybe you can reach back a little bit more. Maybe you can get out Robertson a little aggressive here, trying to hang tough, and maybe he can swing through one. So we'll see what Spain elects to do here as Robertson calls time and steps out. Spain calling for the same pitch. He liked the last call from Wilson. Coach Fleming calling the signs from the dugout. That misses down in the dirt. Nearly got Ward, though, breaking towards the plate, but heads up play. He went back to third. Good stop there by Wilson. And as we've mentioned, he's become an elite catcher. came up clutch there, and that saved a run. So a 2-2 count here.
It looked like that pitch possibly could have hit him, but it ended up dropping right in front of him. But like you say, Kyle Wilson did an amazing job of blocking that up.
That's going to be hit out to center field. Line drive to McCabe, though, for the third out. So Spain comes out of the bullpen. He does his job to get the final 2 outs. So Coach Fleming's election to go to Spain pays off. Averett hangs on to a 10-8 lead. We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning when we return. And welcome back. We head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Defensive changes here for Mary Baldwin. In the bottom half of the inning, now into catch will be number 15, Matthew Delp. Moving into first base will be number 5, Tucker Hensley. Genus will stay in. He'll play left field. Jacob King will move over to right as Bradshaw steps in here to face Castrilli for the 2nd inning. First pitch misses out of the zone. Averett needing runs here in the bottom half of the frame. Give some assurance runs to Cole Spain, who came in out of the bullpen back in the 7th inning to get the final 2 outs. Applaud tip your cap to the senior, as that one misses out of the zone as well. So Matthew Delp, sophomore out of Chilhowie, Virginia. He comes in to do the catching. Bradshaw fouls the 2-0 offering off. Trailer waits on deck. Cougars will have 8-9-1 due up here in the bottom half of the 7th.
And the numbers go 8-9-1, but for the Cougars, really, it seems like 8-1-1 when you got,
This is going to be popped up over to third base. Robertson in fair territory will squeeze that for the first out to retire Bradshaw. But as you were mentioning, Trailer kind of another lined-up leadoff hitter at the 9 spot, so he'll bat here with 1 out now in the inning.
Comes to the plate, the shortstop, number 5, Ryan Trailer.
So Trailer steps in 2 for 3 on the afternoon, a single and a double. He'll face Castrilli here for the first time. McCabe waits on deck. Trailer squares around a bunt. That's going to probably go down as an error on the catcher, as he had that one in the glove. Hits off his glove and lands in fair. He was in fair territory when he caught it, or tipped it, so it landed in foul. So Trailer reaches on the fielding error by the catcher, as that will bring up now Nolan McCabe.
Now comes to the plate, the center fielder, number 9, Nolan McCabe.
So that will be the 5th error on the afternoon for Mary Baldwin, as it turns over the lineup card here for the center fielder, Nolan McCabe. McCabe 2 for 4, 2 singles, 2 runs. Trailer diving back into first. Trailer no stolen bases on the year. I have to guess he's probably not going to be stealing in this situation unless it's a hit and run here to McCabe, which Coach Fleming could elect to do in this situation. As that one misses out of the zone. Count now 1-0 here to the sophomore center fielder. Jackson waits on deck for the Cougars.
And in this situation for the Cougars, McCabe is definitely somebody that you want to get on base.
I would agree in that situation. That's going to be taken for a called strike. Count even here, 1-1. McCabe red hot as of late. As we mentioned back in the broadcast, no hits to show up at Shenandoah against the number 18 team in the country, but he connected on 5 or 6 balls that easily could have dropped in for hits, but instead they were hit right at guys as he pokes this line drive to first base. Tough luck there, hit and run as they double up trailer for the 3rd out of the inning. So we'll head to the top half of the 8th inning when we return. Averett leading Mary Baldwin 10-8. So welcome back. We head to the top half of the 8th inning. Cole Spain returns back out after retiring the last 2 outs in the top half of the 7th. He'll face the right fielder now, number 4, Jacob King. King 2 for 4 on the afternoon, a double and a single. Single last time up. So he'll face Spain now for the first time.
Spain coming off a monster half an inning. Coming in, was put in a bad situation with 3 runners on, bases loaded, but he was able to come in, get 2 outs on the next 2 batters and give up no runs. So he's looking to keep that going here in the bottom of the 8th.
Second pitch swung through and missed following the first pitch ball.
Top of the 8th.
So Spain even in the count here, 1-1, facing the dangerous hitter in King. 2 hits on the afternoon, as I mentioned. That's going to be taken for a call strike there. So good pitch from Spain, finds himself ahead in the count here, 1-2, does have a pitch to waste. That's going to be fouled off Wilson. Hopefully he's all right. He took a shot there. Those ones are not fun as a catcher. You're kind of defenseless in that situation. Because I don't even know Superman would have those cat-like reflexes.
Yeah. But it appears to be that he's just shaken up, but he'll be all right.
So we will replay the 1-2 offering here to King. Spain trying to retire the leadoff hitter. Breaking ball hit down the first baseline, knocked down by Bradshaw. That's going to get off of his glove for a single. Bradshaw gave it his best effort there, but unable to corral that one as King's going to reach for his 3rd hit on the afternoon.
That was a kind of tough one anyway, as it looked like from up here he was going to sit on that ball and just let it go, possibly getting the ball, but it started to break in. He was like, I can maybe get a swing on it. So it was kind of like a half a swing poke down the first base line, and luckily for Mary Baldwin, it stayed in.
So Hensley will step in now, 1 for 4 on the afternoon, singled in the third inning. He'll face Spain here for the first time today. As that one runs inside, nearly hits Hensley. Hensley moved from right field to first base last half inning. He bats here, no outs, runner on first situation here in the top half of the 8th. As that one nearly hit Hensley as well. Count 2-0 here. Spain, excellent stuff as you can see there as 2-2 seamers nearly hit Hensley. Lots of break as that one's hit back up the middle. Favorable play. Hatcher nearly had it. Instead, that's going to be a throwing error as the runner will move up to third. Brophy had to hurdle King, but King able to move up there on the throwing error by Traylor. So Mary Baldwin will now have runners on the corners, first and third here, nobody out. The dangerous hitter Dylan Rankin at the dish.
And that worked out perfect for Mary Baldwin as Brian Traylor, it looked like there. He took a little bit too long deciding on where he wanted to go, whether he wanted to try to tag out the runner coming to second or make the throw. And that hesitation was allowed the runner to get to first. And the runner, or with a wild pitch, or not pitch, but throw right there to Tanner Bradshaw. He tried to scoop it up out of the dirt, but couldn't get it, and allowed the second base runner to get to third as well. So a perfect situation right there for Mary Baldwin late in this one.
So Rankin bats here. 2 hits on the afternoon, a triple and a double. And that one just misses off the corner, evens the count here at 1-1. So Spain finds himself in a jam here. First and third situation, no outs. Needs a strikeout in this situation. Double play after that would end the inning. Instead, if he could get a weak pop-up here, that would help him as well, as that's going to be swung through and missed there to Rankin. So Rankin down in the count here, 1-2, but Rankin has hit well with 2 strikes today.
This is definitely a guy you want up in this situation if you're the Fighting Squirrels.
1-2 offering from Spain, taking call, strike 3, so the lefty comes through there, able to get Rankin for the first out in the inning. As that will bring up the catcher now, Matthew Delp, for his first plate appearance on the day. Delp,
Now batting the catcher.
2 hits and 10 appearances on the year. Does have a double, so he'll step in here to face Spain. Spain really needing another out in this situation. Double play would end the inning, as that one misses low and inside. So Spain got what he needed there, striking out Rankin, but now still finds himself in danger. Runners first and third situation, 1 out, facing Delp here. Delp ahead in the count now, 2-0 here. Spain, you need a strike in this situation. You don't want to fall behind 3-0. Do have a base open. Prefer not to use it. As that one nips the outside corner, taking call strike. So Spain, good pitch there. Probably need a strikeout or a pop-up in this situation to avoid the run scoring. That's going to be swung through and missed as well by Delp. So Spain evens the count here at 2-2 after falling behind 2-0. Needing to battle here, hoping to record the strikeout here. That's going to be swung through and missed. Strike 3. Spain back-to-back strikeouts. Gets dealt for the second out of the inning, as that brings up the center fielder now, number 12, Colby Cheatham. Cheatham walked last time up in the 7th inning.
If you look at this inning and the last inning, you would almost say that Cole Spain likes pitching in tough situations, because, you know, he's looking very well in situations with runners and scoring position, kind of with that bend, don't break mentality, you know.
As the first pitch is going to be swung on and missed, so Spain ahead in the count here, 0-1, trying to get out of a jam here. It's the guy you want on the mound if you're Coach Fleming Sr. He's pitched in a lot of big situations in his career. As that's going to be taking call strike on the outside corner. Good job there by Wilson to frame that one. Looked like actually they called that a call strike on the check swing, so down in the count here, 0-2. Have to guess Spain's probably not going to waste one in a rhythm here. He's going to come at Cheatham. Wilson sets up outside, probably going for the outside corner. Fastball just misses off the plate. Wilson wanted that one. As you can see, the shoulder shrug. Spain hopped. He wanted it as well. But a good take there by Cheatham. So 1-2 offering here from the left-hander on its way. Trying to strike out 3 batters here in the inning. As he does, gets Cheatham swinging for strike 3. He escapes the runners on first and third situation. He sends this one to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Averett will hang on with the 10-8 lead. They bat in the bottom of the 8th inning when we return. And welcome back. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Zeldin Jackson will lead things off here for the Cougars. 2-3-4 punch due out for Averett in the bottom half of the 8th. Jackson will step in now. 0 for 3 on the afternoon, lined out to first base back in the 5th inning. Kind of an unlucky play as he connected on that one. So he'll face Castrilli for the second time. Castrilli out for his 3rd time as that's taken for a call strike there. Connects on the second pitch, fouled back and out of play. So down 0-2 here is Jackson. Got to applaud the effort there of Cole Spain after allowing runners to reach first and third. And was able to get the final 3 outs via strikeout. As that's going to miss outside here to Jackson. 1-2 now as Ryan Traylor has gone down to loosen in the bullpen. You have to guess it's going to be his game in the 9th inning. So he'll come back in. He'll come in out of shortstop. Have to guess Nate Tuck will probably come in to play short as that one misses off the outside corner. 2-2 here. Averett trying to add an insurance run here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that misses up as well. So Jackson's worked the count back to full after getting down 0-2. Swings through this one in the dirt. Throw down from Delp to Hensley, though. Retires Jackson for the first out.
Now back to second baseman number 2, Brandon Hatcher.
So that will bring up Brandon Hatcher. Hatcher, who for 3 on the afternoon has reached base 3 times, though. Still searching for his first hit on the afternoon. This would be a big opportunity for him to come up big here for the Cougars. He'll face Castrilli. Line back up the middle. Hatcher has his first hit. 1-out single. So Shiner steps into the box here. Struck out swinging back in the 6th inning. And has doubled today in the game.
Designated hitter Ryan Schreider.
He He steps up here in a big situation. Hatcher's a threat to run out there, though, as he does have 6 stolen bases on the year. 6 of 8 to be exact. Albertson waits on deck. And he's got several hits and RBIs today, so Scheider needing to get on here. Hits this out to second. Fielded by Kessler. Forced out, though, at second to get Hatcher for the second out.
And that's big there for Mary Baldwin to have quick shoulders right there and turn and get that front runner. You know, you didn't get both, but you at least got that lead guy from second, so that's big right there for them.
Able to get the lead runner for the second out in Hatcher. So Scheider leads off first. He's a threat to run as well. He's 5 of 6 on stolen bases with Albertson at the plate. Albertson singled, had an RBI single last time up. He's got 2 hits today. So he steps up in a situation needed to come through for his club. 2 outs here in the half of the inning. Wilson waits on deck. He has 2 hits today. Breaking ball taken, called strike. Not a whole lot Albertson probably could have done with that one. Effective pitch there for Castrilli. So 0-1 offering on the way here to the freshman Albertson. Breaking ball taken, called strike. Scheider moves up though to second base on the stolen base. But Albertson down in the count now, 0-2. RBI spot here though for Albertson now if he can come through with 2 strikes in the at-bat. Coach Fleming trying to put the pressure on Mary Baldwin here. As that's going to be foul tipped, it looked like. So Albertson hanging tough there. Albertson needing to reach base here. Down on the count, 0-2. 2 outs in the inning. Albertson swings on this one. Hit out to shortstop Barber. Strong throw across the diamond is going to be in time to retire Albertson for the 3rd out. So we head to the top half of the 9th inning. Averett leading Mary Baldwin 10-8 when we return.
Being a student athlete here has definitely pushed me to do things that I have not been able to do in the past. Because of my team, I have opened up more socially, and they have pushed me to be a better athlete and a better student, and I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for them.
So Spain will return back out here for his 3rd inning of work. And officially 1 2/3 innings on the day. Allowed 1 hit, has struck out 4, so he's been effective. Escaped 2 big situations for the Cougars. He'll pitch here in the top half of the 9th. Mary Baldwin down to their final 3 outs as the throwdown from Wilson will complete Spain's warm-up tosses. We'll have a pinch hitter here to lead things off. It will be the freshman Lucas Chenault up at the plate.
Leading off for Mary Baldwin at the top of the 9th.
Chenault getting his
Lucas Chenault.
13th at bat on the year. Does have 2 hits. So he'll face Spain here. Trailing 10-8 in the top half of the 9th. Spain's first pitch misses off the outside corner. For Spain, you need to make quick work here. Get ahead in counts. Put the pressure on Mary Baldwin. Don't want to put runners on. That can be taken for a call strike. Evens the count here at 1-1. As I mentioned last half inning, shortstop Ryan Traylor was down loosening between the inning. In the bottom half of the ninth inning. So if Spain gets in trouble, you'd have to guess Traylor will come in. As that one runs inside, he runs the count here to 2-1 now.
But if you're Coach Fleming, it's kind of hard after those 2 innings to argue with putting them back out there. So
I would agree. Spain has earned the ninth inning, 4 strikeouts here in an inning and 2/3. And that's going to be taking called strike, evens the count here at 2-2. 40th pitch of the day on its way here for Spain. Spain trying to pick up his second save of the year. Would have had the save if he came in the ninth. Instead, he's probably going to have to work 2 2/3 innings if he wants to earn it. As he records his 5th strikeout of the day, he gets Chenault for the first out swinging. That brings up the shortstop now, number 13, Michael Barber.
Now batting number 13,
Barber walked back in the 7th inning. Spain's first pitch nearly hits Barber inside, but able to dance out of the way of that one. So Spain able to get Chenault for the first out. And that's going to be taken for a called strike, count even now 1-1. So Spain's 1-1 offering on the way here. Taking call strike there. Looked like Barber thought that was low. Hard to tell from our vantage point. Spain ahead in the count here, 1-2. See if he goes to the breaking ball or a fastball in this situation. It is the fastball up and away, evens the count here at 2-2. Like that one got away from Spain. They were trying to go outside with it. Kessler waits on deck for the Fighting Squirrels. They're down to their final 2 outs here. That one misses outside as well, so Barber's worked the count to full. See Coach Hearn chanting some words of encouragement from the third base coaching box, telling Barber, walks as good as a hit here. We need runners. As he fouls this one off and out of play. If you're Spain, you want to avoid base runners. Full count offering again on its way from Spain. That one misses in the dirt. Barber will jog down to first on the 1-out walk from Spain. So that will bring up Kessler now. Kessler struck out back in the 7th inning. 1 of 5 strikeouts today on the day for Spain. So he'll get his second at bat versus the lefty here. For Spain, strikeouts are great, but you'd love to see a ground ball double play to end this one. 1 pitch, 2 outs. So Kessler bats here. Taking first pitch for a called strike.
A double play right here will kind of fit into that fashion of the last 2 innings. They kind of end this one.
As that one misses in the dirt. Good stop there by Wilson. Keep the double play in effect. As that one runs in and hits Kessler, he'll jog down to first. Mary Baldwin now with runners on first and second here. So I have to wonder if that might get Coach Fleming up and out of the dugout here. Looks like dugout is stirring down there. As Coach Fleming is going to come out I have to guess Ryan Traylor is probably going to come in now. With top of the lineup here, Robertson and King due up next. So as I mentioned, it will be Ryan Traylor coming into the mound. He'll replace Spain. Nate Tuck will take over at shortstop for Traylor. As Traylor is signaling to the dugout, he wants a glove change. Coming in from shortstop, he'll have to take off the tape. So we'll take a brief break. When we come back, we'll resume top of the 9th inning here at Owen Fulton Field. So senior Ryan Traylor takes over on the mound here. He'll face the leadoff hitter in Michael Robertson here. Runners on first and second, one out in the inning. As that ends the day for Cole Spain. He lasts 2 innings, allowing just 1 run, 1 walk, striking out 5. So Traylor comes in here, 7.39 earned run average on the year for his 7th appearance. Looking for his first save of the year. He'll face Robertson. First pitch taken, called strike, inside corner. So, Traylor, typically your Game 3 starter. He's seen a lot of innings in his career here for the Cougars, pitched primarily since he was a freshman. So, he's seen about everything you can. As Robertson connects on this one, hits it through the left side. Strong throw, though, from Albertson's going to hold up Barber. As Mary Baldwin's now going to have bases loaded here, 1 out in the top half of the 9th inning. So wasting no time to get after Traylor. First pitch hits it through the left side. So bases loaded here for Jacob King. Guy you want at the plate if you're Mary Baldwin. King 3 hits on the day. Has 3 straight hits in his last 3 plate appearances. So he steps in here red hot to face Traylor.
And that Robertson at-bat, that was complete opposite of his last at-bat, going against Cole Spain. He had a very long battle with Cole Spain. He ended up striking out to Cole Spain, but that one he got out early, took a pitch he liked, and it worked out for him, and he got a single out of it. So
this is going to be popped up behind home plate. Wilson will give it a look, but that's going to get back and out of play, so the count's even here, 1-1. Actually, I was correcting myself there. Robertson actually connected on the second pitch. First pitch from Traylor was taken for a called strike on the inside corner. He actually lined out back in the 7th inning against Robertson, but it was a long at bat, but Spain able to get the better of Robertson for the final out, but instead Robertson has come through for the Fighting Squirrels here in the top half of the 9th with a single to load the bases. So I believe the count's actually 0-2. have to see what home plate umpire says here. It is 1-1. One out in the inning, 1-1. To the two-hole hitter here in King, right fielder. Breaking ball, good pitch there by Traylor. Looked like a slider. Outside corner as King swung through that one. Traylor needs a strikeout here or a double play. Ground ball would probably score a run. That's going to be hit back to Traylor, hit up the shortstop, fielded by Brophy. It looked like throw back into third, though, is not going to be in time. So Mary Baldwin adds a run on the ground out there. As that brings up now Tucker Hensley.
Now batting number 5, the left fielder, Tucker Hensley.
Now, if you're Cougars right here, you know you have 2 outs. You got a force play at second and first that you got to look for.
So 2 outs here in the inning. Hensley at the dish, tying run 90 feet away at third base. Winning run, potential or go-ahead run, stands at first. Traylor's first pitch misses out of the zone.
And Kyle Wilson behind the plate has to continue to be a wall right here in this situation.
Runner takes off the second. They'll allow him to move up. So now the go-ahead run moves up 90 feet into second base. On the stolen base there for King. Correction defensively, Tuck came in to play third base. Brophy moved over from third to short as he fielded the last ball, shuffled it onto Hatcher. Is this going to be taken for a call strike there? So 2-1 here. To the right fielder, first baseman Hensley. Traylor trying to get the final out. Hold on for the 10-9 victory if he can get Hensley here. First base open though. Call strike, outside corner, count even here, 2-2. Big pitch on the way from the senior right-hander.
1 strike away from ending the game right here.
Two's on the board. Swung on for strike 3. Traylor comes in from shortstop. Mary Baldwin adds a run in the top half of the 9th inning, but Traylor slams the door to preserve the 10-9 victory. Averett will improve to 6-17 on the year, 4-6 in USA South play. Mary Baldwin falls to 0-10, 0-8 in conference action. These two teams will meet again on Sunday for a doubleheader. On behalf of Averett University, I want to thank everybody for tuning in for today's game. I want to thank my co-host Chris Richmond for joining me today. It's been a pleasure. Signing off here from Owen Fulton Field. And as always, I want to say, go Cougars.